Hold
That sounds like the Maybelline joint.
Yo, it's man funny that he don't even know that we're talking about him.
I don't think he got his audio good up yet.
That's hilarious. That's even worse. So we could hear him and he can't hear us.
Drew, you eat dick.
Nah, he can't. Yo, Drew, how's it feel to be the dumbest guy in the pod?
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, there he goes. There
you got knocked the fuck out, man.
Yeah, I'm in go mode. Go. Yeah, I'm in go mode.
Huh?
What was that?
What was that?
Yo, welcome to a new episode of the OSA Out of Shape All-Stars. Episode 44 of season 2. Overall 94. We are getting closer and closer to that big 100. Now, as you can see, it's only 4 of us as of right now. We got a few guests possibly popping in later to talk their shit. Kev won't be here, but so because of that, we're going to hold it down. As you can see, we got our host, Eddie Horchata, in the building. Johnny Five is in the building. Drew is in the building. I am in the building. Again, brought to you by Coach Capsule, sponsored by Don's LLC. Let's get into the pod. Where y'all trying to go? Y'all want to kick it off with the NBA?
Yeah, let's do it. I think that's what we've been going a lot lately, and that's going to be the subject of most of our pods going forward. Now,
moving forward, yeah. I mean, basketball going to be carrying for a while. So let's get into the basketball. And the biggest news from recent news in basketball is the big trade. That's Sixers.
We've been talking on this pod since the season started, no?
Yeah,
since last season too. Since before, like we've been talking about this potential trade.
Well, we've been
talking about Ben Simmons game.
We've been talking about
not for James Harden.
Yeah,
we've been talking about Ben moving for, I feel like forever.
Yeah,
I mean, started this
because he needed to.
It seemed like not too long ago though, we were talking about James Harden moving and the employee that he went to get moved to Brooklyn. And now he's on the move again. The Nets and the Sixers just had a trading James Harden to the Sixers. And the Nets got Seth Curry, Ben Simmons. They got Andre Drummond. They got a first round pick. They got two first rounds. They got the building almost like
it's crazy too because they traded the world. Nah, but if you think about it, they traded the world to get James.
Yeah,
and James was already hinting that he was going to dip, so they were like, "All right, cool, we're gonna get everything back now."
Yeah, and the crazy thing is, Daryl Morey now they were talking about they wasn't trying to give up like as much for Ben. I mean, they wanted a superstar level player.
Yeah, exactly.
But so I guess because they got the superstar level player, they were happy with giving up.
They were happy with giving up. I wouldn't have gave up Seth Curry, bro.
But again, they gave up. They gave up Ben. They gave up Seth, who's probably their best 3-point shooter, and then they give up a former but an all-star level. They get an all-star level. Gave up an all-star level player in Andre Drummond. So who wins the trade? Drew. Who wins the trade? Sixers, Nets.
I think the Nets because I think the linchpin of Drummond you probably had to give up. You probably had to give up your Drummond, but I would have kept on to Seth Curry, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they got pieces. They got Tybo and Maxey. They're all locked up on defenses.
Right.
It's just where Seth Curry along with Tobias Harris, that's just shooting right there. Now you got Tobias Harris alone and I mean, James Harden can definitely make it up. James Harden definitely makes it up. I think with that, James Harden kind of makes it up, but you just gave him and also the 2 first-round picks. Right. Why you give away 2 first-round picks? You just give away
That's probably what they did to trade, though. They probably I think they might have offered one, and then Brooklyn was like, nah.
The way they looked at it is Harden was the better player, so they had to give up more.
Yeah.
Harden is the better player. Yeah, I get that. I get it.
I mean, Harden is a super. We can't negate.
He is a superstar.
Harden is a superstar,
of course.
But again, you get the superstar who has a checkered past. Some would say, with his time in Houston, how he wanted to get out of Houston, he did whatever it took to get out of Houston. It's alleged that in Brooklyn,
he did the same thing.
He did the same thing. Him and Kyrie had beef, and allegedly him and KD is all coming out now. Now they said that there was a practice that took place where one-on-one between him and Kyrie allegedly bust his ass and was calling him washed, was calling him out of shape. And now this was Kyrie not being in basketball shape. This is Kyrie returning back, being able to play again. And so that is what alleged started the James Harden wanted to leave Brooklyn. Whereas him and Kyrie had like a crazy practice with crazy one-on-one. Kyrie was talking his shit like, you a bum, calling him trash, and like just saying some all-out disrespectful shit, like cooking James Harden without being basketball ready. He was cooking him, and then like that's supposed to be the beginning of the stack James Harden ready to get out of Brooklyn.
But you think, but Kyrie was kind of right. James Harden throughout Brooklyn, he's been out of shape. Throughout his whole time in Brooklyn, he was out of shape.
Right.
So Kyrie was right on that point. I mean, like Kyrie got talent, and he got handles. I mean, like I can kind of see like you being out of shape, and Kyrie definitely got the master handles. Right. You kind of probably got bodied a couple times in practice. And niggas talk trash and like you bumming. It's back to the playground days, bro. Like exactly. I'll bust your ass out. I'll talk my shit.
and again, that's what it is. Remember when Jimmy Butler did that in Minnesota? Something like that, where it's like Kyrie was counted out. He hasn't been to the official facility. He's back. He's not really basketball ready based on having access to all of the shit and being with the trainers, being with the coaches. Kyrie and James Harden actually being there out of shape. And so Kyrie was talking shit like, bro, you washed, you a bum. Like, nigga, I'm coming back and I ain't even played. Like, I'm and cooking him and shit. So that allegedly started. And then on top of that, James Harden and KD were having issues about how the offense should be ran.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah. No, so that came out today that James Harden and KD were having issues about how to run the offense, whereas KD was wanted the team to move the ball around, and James Harden is used to doing the ISO ball, whereas KD want everybody to touch the ball and move the ball around, and then people score that way. So it was issues with that. Whereas if they on the court together, James Harden would do his thing like, fuck what the coach saying, fuck what you saying. I'm playing James Harden ball. And so even when they will win, they still weren't on the same page in regards to how to win.
Yeah, so, like kind of like his time in Houston. He was doing that. He was used to doing that in Houston. And I get Kevin Durant wants to be that open play style because he learned that. Like he
Golden State,
in Golden State, and that's where he said he was like master comfortable with doing that style when he was in Golden State. Everybody passing around the ball and shit. So and again, Kevin looking at it like although the team is not Golden State, they have the pieces that can say something. Okay. Yeah, we hear you. Okay. Yeah. But being in Golden State, he learned that play style. To Kevin Durant, they have the pieces to play a similar style, but Harden is used to the ISO game. That's how he's been playing. So they've having issues there. So with all this being said, we said, John, who you believe won the trade, the Nets or the Sixers?
I think the Nets won the trade. The Sixers got the
better
player.
Right.
But I feel like the Nets filled in holes that they needed. They have enough firepower between KD and Kyrie.
Yeah.
Even though Kyrie's not around a lot due to certain rules, but some certain rules to disappear. They'll have Kyrie. They'll have Steph Curry shooting wise. Whenever Joe Harris come back, there's another shooter. Now they have a legitimate center to help protect the rim and grab rebounds. And then when KD comes back, and then Ben Simmons plays defense. So I think defensively, the team will be in a better spot.
Right.
And they still have two of the better scorers in the NBA today in KD and Kyrie. So overall, I think the Nets won the trade. But that duo, Embiid and Harden, is going to be tough. That's going to be a tough duo.
Now again, they talking Shaq and Kobe remake. They've already.
You too far. Hold on.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that again. Now you already know.
Who's saying that? Stephen A.
All the people that's supposed to know sports.
Stephen A.
Good one.
So again, they've already been. But listen, they've already been comparing Joel Embiid to Shaq this season. So now you get a superstar level guard in James Harden. They are saying it's now a new version of what that was, or what that what.
Right, but that's something something they have to kind of build on, though. No,
of course, but we only going by. We just going by.
Yeah, it's all hype now.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, just back to like the actual like initial trade, right? So it's like if Harden decided, right, because his contract's up at the end of this year, yeah.
Well, this nigga Harden didn't sign the papers to opt in.
Yeah, he was supposed to opt in, but they didn't file the paperwork, so he's gonna be a free agent. He was supposed to opt in. Right. So instead of getting that $47 million he was gonna owe next year, he will hit the free agent market and most likely sign a new deal.
Right.
Isn't that crazy? Because what if the season don't go good and then he fucking like
I don't think so.
I mean, he definitely could. He gonna go to the highest bidder.
I definitely.
But I'm forgetting the Daryl Morey connection. Daryl Morey,
right, from Houston, in Houston,
right now.
Yeah.
So like that. So I basically, all right. So it's good that I know that information. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that, like, yeah, in the long run, obviously the team that gave up the most value, obviously you're giving away 3 players. I've been a firm believer in that, like, Ben Simmons is really just gonna like do that shit where he just balls out, like wherever he goes, just to like prove a point. And Drew, you're shaking your head, but like I'm telling you, I think he might be. And again, and we did talk about him, and I'm still firm on the stance is that when he can go to a team where you got 2 scorers that you don't really like need to be, it's okay if you miss a couple threes here and there. Where, like, again, you'll have like the fans actually like cheering you instead of booing you. Like you have the security of a Kyrie and a KD to kind of back you up and nail those buckets that you couldn't hit. That it'll just be, and obviously now you're going back with Steph over there too, or Steph. Steph. Fucking confusing. Way to go. Way to name your kids that, bro. But Steph can do his thing too, to where like he can kind of just like relax a little and like. So again, that's back to that. So like, and they did give up too much, obviously, with the 2 picks, the 3 players, and especially for a guy that may or may not resign. Because again, like I think Harden will definitely go to the team that gives the most money. I understand what you're trying to say, John, too, where it comes to, the connection that he has from Houston and now in Philly. But my thing is that like, the Philly this year might have a little run in the playoffs, but unless those 2 stick together, and again, now back to your like Shaq and Kobe shit, Dev, that's only if Harden stays around, and then they can build off of that. You know what I mean? Like you can build off that momentum.
Yeah, but, and it's like, all, and again, it's all a test. The only thing I found weird is if James Harden is all in, he would make sure his paperwork was right. To me, he would. To me, like the initial.
But you know how these players are, man. They want to feel. Like, has James ever hit the free agent market, or was he always traded?
He was has
he ever been a free agent? Is the question.
No, I don't think so. He's always been traded.
So he's never been. He's never gotten that. And again,
but I'm just saying, like, I know, but I'm just saying, like, from the talk is Philly is where he wanted to be. Like,
I have heard that.
So to me, going into Philly, if I was James Harden and that's really where I wanted to be, I would have made sure I'm showing y'all from the jump. This is where we at. We going. We about to push. Me and B, let's build. For him to miss the deadline, to me, it's like, it's him. Of course, he's weighing his options, but it's like, bro, you've done that too much already. It's like
every player needs that, though. Every player needs that team that's going to promise you this and take you out here. And, James loves gentlemen's clubs. So, like, like he wants, like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, here's a $10,000 spending limit on us. Like, go have fun, man. Go crazy. Like, if you play here, this and this and that. You know, we're gonna let you control the draft pick, you know, whatever it is. Like, like, you know, you're gonna be a big part of like free agency. And then that way he can go back to Philly and be like, yo, so I'm thinking about going to the Knicks, I'm thinking about going to Golden State, whatever. They offered me XYZ. Then they could go and Philly could be like, yeah, like you have fun, you did, all right, cool. Here's the biggest check you're gonna get, and that's from us.
But the thing about it, I did hear before the whole Brooklyn trade. I don't know if this is true or not. They say on Bleacher Report that they thought it was an excerpt for Harden that Philly's where Harden always wanted to be before the even Brooklyn trade even happened. Like,
and again, but like, because you just joined, would you not think that a player that's hitting the free agent market for the first time ever would like to experience the free agent market, even though he may still stay with Philly, even though he's got those connections and he wants to stay there?
Talking you, Cap.
Take a little chug of water.
But again, Cap, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Did you hear Ed's question?
Did you hear my question or no?
No, I'll say it again.
So a player that is hitting the free agent market for the first time in his career ever, even though like, yeah, he did move around a lot. Do you think, even though he does have loyalty to Philly and there are reports coming that he always wanted to go to Philly, that he'll still want to test out that market regardless?
What are we talking about, Harden?
So James Harden didn't sign his paperwork to opt in.
They misfiled the paperwork.
Misfiled the paper to opt in. So coming to the end of the season, he still have the opportunity to test the free agency market. Now, the biggest thing with that is Philly is where he want to be. The paperwork was mishandled. What does that say about James Harden and his future in Philly, him not opting in?
If you got that bread, he leaving, man.
I said that too earlier.
I don't believe that whole they misfiled the paperwork thing.
That's done on purpose. But ain't it like your current team has like how it is? Your current team right now has the most, is paying you the most. Like
they can also offer you, they'll eventually offer.
Our team will always get the advantage to offer you the most money versus any other team.
Yeah, so like you'll go around and like you'll get like a $300 million contract from XYZ team, and
they get the
Philly can be like,
get the match it, or
but that's not valid though, because Philly is paying Joel Embiid already. So you
don't think that this is there even a fucking salary cap in the NBA? I feel like they just throw money away.
It is.
I mean, it's not as hard as the NFL, but it is. It's hard.
What I'm saying is, as long as Philly has his bird rights, they can go over the cap to sign Harden. I don't know how exclusive this is because it's his first season. I don't know if his bird rights will transfer over to Philly.
Yeah, but you could do 240 and 240. Like you giving Embiid 240 and Harden 240.
I would. Those are two super, especially if Harden balls out like
think about it. Season. The Nets KD, Kyrie, and Harden.
So top three teams with the most money to move around at the end of this year is Golden State, the Clippers, Brooklyn, Milwaukee, and the Lakers. Right now.
And guess what team he would play for?
And Philly is 7th on that list. So I just did the top 5.
You know his hometown, right?
What's his hometown?
He's from LA.
Yeah.
So you go to the Clippers or you go to the Lakers?
You go to the Clippers. Paul George and Kawhi, that is not going to be there next year. One of them is going to be gone.
Yeah, one of them for sure.
He's going to get paid. He's going to go back to LA. He's going to have his whole little homecoming.
I got it. Go to bed.
Nah, I don't think so. I don't think LA will be the move, but I mean,
why not?
Hey, Harden has always wanted that spotlight though, too. I mean, that's his.
They said he didn't like the nightlife.
Demeanor.
He didn't like the nightlife in New York. He gonna go to LA. He gonna be partying. He gonna be with all the
going to Coachella.
He'll be lit.
He gonna be hanging with OBJ now. But so with Sixers having Harden, does this put them in the top? To me, in the East, the top is still Bucks, Nets. Does that make them a formidable challenger for those top two guys? Barring any injuries, barring
injury, it does. because Joel Embiid is playing out of his mind right now.
Right.
And if you can get a good James Harden, they still got Thibault Cephalosha.
They really don't have really don't have no bench though.
That's not Thibault Cephalosha.
Thibault Cephalosha and Maxey.
Cephalosha not in the league no more.
Cephalosha used to be with the Bulls, OKC.
It's Thibault. What was what's his name? Huh?
The guy from the Sixers, his name is, I think, Martise.
This is last
Thibault. It's Martise Thibault.
Martise Thibault. Okay.
Therefore, Cephalosha used to play in the NBA. He's not currently in the NBA.
What you just call him?
Drew, what was that?
I said Thibault Cephalosha.
No, Johnny. What you say Cephalosha first name was?
His name is like Thibault.
Thibault
Cephalosha?
Thibault.
Drew, what do you think his name is again?
Okay.
I haven't said that name in a while. My bad.
Because he used to be on the Bulls. They used to be my name.
Yeah.
Y'all remember what happened to Cephalosha, right?
Yeah, he got roughed up by the police in New York.
He got
Oh yeah. I forget. He disappeared though after that.
Yeah,
shit.
he got paid too.
Oh, okay.
NYPD had to pay him.
Yeah, I remember that shit. I remember that. Damn, I forgot about that.
Thibault. I'm saying.
With Cephalosha, and who else was with him? Who was the other player, Johnny?
With Cephalosha?
Jesse Smollett.
Stupid.
Stupid, bro.
Yeah. You know it's crazy. Thibault looked like he could be related to Jesse Smollett.
Facts, though.
Nah, okay. It's Matisse Thibault and Maxey. Those are your two great. Those two guys are playing defense out their minds in Philly. So they got a nice anchor. Just like Johnny said, they don't have no bench. I am scared for their bench. Their bench is not existing, but they have a good starting five.
But hold on, what's the question? The question is, can they compete with the Bucks and the Nets?
And your Cap, the other player was Copeland. They used to play for the Knicks.
Yeah, Chris Copeland.
So Cap, with their trade of getting Harden, can the Sixers now be a real formidable matchup or defender or whatever the fuck you want to say? Contender against the Nets and the Bucks because the Nets and Bucks is the first.
They can contend against the Bucks. They cannot contend against Brooklyn.
Why you say that?
Me, the Bucks, yes, they have Giannis, Middleton, and Drew Holiday, but I'm still gonna take KD and Kyrie over those three healthy if Kyrie gets to play.
I'm also gonna take Kevin Harden.
Remember, the Nets have Ben
James Harden in the playoffs in a hostile environment because the fans in Brooklyn ain't gonna be happy, and the roles are gonna be reversed because, like, again, if my theory is correct about Ben Simmons, Ben's gonna be loved and adored. James don't like that shit. James hates when he doesn't like that, and that's when he makes an injury.
That was gonna be my last point, Ed. I'm taking Kyrie and KD before even mentioning Ben Simmons. I'm taking them two over Embiid and Harden and the three guys at the Bucks. So now you get Ben Simmons, even if he don't come back and play like a superstar.
Rumor has it that he's coming back March 10th, by the way. We are talking about him.
But I'm talking about he don't even got to play great.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm still taking Kyrie and KD over them.
Honestly, I feel like.
I mean, say what you want about him offensively. Defensively,
I feel like Kevin Durant is trying to create his own version of the Golden State team. Ben Simmons is going to be that Draymond piece, whereas he's going to play defense. He gonna run the offense.
Every once in a while, hit one.
He don't have to shoot, but he can put up a bucket. He can score way better than James Harden. He got more ways to score than James. James
Harden got more ways to score.
I just Draymond.
Said the wrong name.
Draymond. Yeah, we know what he meant.
Right. So I think y'all knew what I meant. Drew.
Yeah.
So
obviously.
It's okay. But so.
Whatever.
I think KD is trying to recreate a version of that, adding Seth, having a solid big and Andre Drummond. Like, I think that's what KD is on.
I was just about to say the two people that nobody been really talking about is Andre Drummond and Seth Curry. You know what you get when you got them two guys. Drummond gonna do
Seth Curry. Before you got on, I said the Nets won the trade because they get the legitimate center that can protect the rim, grab rebounds, and get another shooter. And when Ben Simmons comes, all he has to do is play defense. So they'll have this. They have two of the best scorers in the league on the team.
Remember when in the playoffs last year, Ben Simmons just kept going to the corner and standing there? He can actually do that with this team, and it still could work.
Yeah.
Because Seth can shoot off the dribble. Kyrie can do everything that Kyrie do, and you really could give it. It helps KD out because somebody has to stand in the corner with Ben. Then you got a one-on-one with KD. He's the best one-on-one player in the NBA.
And then Ben will be sticking the best player on
defense.
KD,
so KD don't got to do it.
Yeah.
But that definitely helped. But what I was gonna say with instead of how you said Ben Simmons playing in the corner, you could have Ben Simmons bring up the ball. You could put Kyrie in one corner or the wing, and put KD in the wing or the corner, and work your way around that.
Only reason why I don't want to do that is because what Eddie always be trying to say.
What's that?
That we don't know what we're gonna get from Ben Simmons. Like you said, we don't know what we're gonna get.
I want the best from Ben Simmons. Like I'm team Ben all the way.
Offensively, he's the best, but he can play make. He still gets assists. So that's what I said. I feel like if you put him in the corner and I'm a defender, I'm like,
leave him open. I would like him slashing to the basket.
And again, and like Drew said, Ben can get to the bucket. He can get to the bucket. So if he's
facilitating, you put him at the top with the ball in his hand,
spread everybody else out, and then.
But you know what I think is gonna happen?
Think he's gonna start shooting?
I think he's gonna start.
That's what Eddie said.
He's not gonna start shooting, bro. Like I don't believe that
because everybody's saying that he can't shoot.
All I picture is Brooklyn, Philly.
Didn't shoot.
Right. Yeah, but what's the change now though? What's the change?
He can't shoot because he doesn't shoot. Like he can really be a good shooter, but he don't shoot. So we don't know.
He don't shoot for that bum ass.
I've seen
what's the change though?
I've seen footage of him. What I think the biggest change is, Drew, is he don't have to. So now he could pull up if he want to and live with it because it's like, nigga, I got these niggas here.
And to be, can I because again, you guys know my knowledge of basketball as far as like, has Ben ever had a mentor like this, like one of the best scorers in the league, in the history of the league?
No, yeah.
Has he ever had anyone older than him to?
I mean,
when he came in the league, you don't know who Elton Brand is?
What are the names?
Who said they don't know who Elton Brand is?
No. What names?
I can see Eddie.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm saying, what names are you saying?
Didn't know who Elton Brand was, but you know.
Oh, okay. I thought Eddie was saying who? Like, who is that?
No, I didn't hear what you said. That's why I said who.
He was a really good player, but I think Eddie's point is was it like a prolific, legendary?
That's what I'm saying. Legendary shooter.
I not a prolific shooter, but I think like one year he was working out with Magic Johnson.
Hold on, but what you mean by mentor?
Like I mean, look, like there's times where guys come into the league, right? And it's like you gotta kind of figure out the league, what you're gonna do, right? Like look, Jordan had what's his nigga's name? He used to bully him in the when he first came in.
Isaiah?
Nah.
I can't think of his name right now.
I think George Gervin played on the Bulls. Was it George Gervin?
Right. Fucking
George Gervin.
Kobe
George
had
Gervin
a little bit of obviously he had
in Jordan's the early years, like Jordan's
I'm talking early years before the championship. Same thing with Kobe. Kobe
older,
before the championships. Where it's like you have this like a good coach, a solid coach who's been there before, who's won championships, who knows how to act around the league. I don't think Ben has had that, no?
And quick thing.
I mean, he got Steve Nash.
I'm literally just asking a question. It doesn't need to be the whole thing.
Quick side note: there's also speculation that shit don't work out with Doc, that the Sixers will bring in Mike D'Antoni to coach them.
No,
pretty lame.
That would be trash.
But my point is that Ben is about to go and play for Steve Nash, who arguably pretty good scorer, right?
But hold on, Eddie,
understands the game of basketball.
Before you go any further,
yeah,
Doc Rivers, comparing Doc Rivers and Steve Nash is like comparing.
But I'm not comparing it to coaching. I'm comparing it to playing the game.
Yeah, but you guys
it's a little different.
And on top of that, he's got the crutch of like he's never had a crutch like Kevin Durant, has he? That's my point. He's never had a coach that could relate to him like Steve Nash, has he?
Doc Rivers was a point guard in the league.
Yeah,
but then can he relate to Ben?
Like, I'm not like, Ben like,
stop wearing basketball shorts, get off your phone and fucking play. So where Steve Nash just said that, and again, I'm not comparing them as like coaches or as people. I'm just saying like when you can come down to a level like person to person. Fuck like the NBA. Steve Nash just came out and said that he's getting in a better place mentally. I mean, like he cares about him. That's old school dude. Like I respect Doc, but he's an old school dude. You know what I mean? Like hey, listen, young blood. When I was your age, I had 6 jobs. It's like that's not even possible.
All right, but Steve Nash don't got no experience though.
Even
as a coach,
not even Steve Nash. Ben is now with some of the what people label as more of the disgruntled, angry, problematic players in the league that understands his position as a superstar. He got KD, who KD's a bitch and like act like you know KD got this attitude. Kyrie has been deemed this bad person,
flat earther.
But flat earther, but all this shit. Ben is now amongst people that have similar personality to him, where it's like, yo, I don't care about all that goofy shit and that talking shit. I want to play ball, and therefore I want to play my game. And playing with them is going to allow him to play his
kind of the
game.
point I was trying to make, but thank you.
No, I disagree because Joel Embiid used to have a bad rap too. The only difference between who he's playing with now is those guys got rings. They got championships already. So I think KD and Kyrie could tell him, listen.
But that's more. That's what I'm saying.
Fuck up and
but that's what I'm saying. KD,
that was my whole point, is that he hasn't played with someone who could be like, shut the fuck up, little boy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like to Ben, we're the same.
Joel Embiid isn't experienced enough to lead somebody like Ben Simmons. So whereas, like you said, Cap, these two players, Kevin Durant, Kyrie, are both champions and some of the greatest players that the NBA has ever seen. And then they get bad raps. So Ben can follow under them like, yo, fuck all that noise. Like, yo, we win over here. And we're going to show you how to win. We ain't going to change your game because, again, we have everything that you not, we got it. Like, bro, you play your game over in Sixers. He couldn't really play his game because other than Joel scoring,
he had to be
depending on him, they needed him to be the second scorer. He ain't that player. Whereas he a defensive facilitator playing with Kyrie and KD and all the other fucking pieces they put around him. Bro, they just gonna say, bro, play your game. We got you. And that shit, barring any injury, and depending on what happened with Kyrie, because we starting to see these COVID restrictions starting to loosen up. If all that shit go well and they continue to remain healthy, I really don't see how they can fuck this up.
No injuries.
Anything can happen.
Of course.
No, he said injuries. He said injuries aside. Yeah, he's saying anything can happen. He said aside.
To me personally, their weak link is Steve Nash. They got the worst coach out of the top teams.
Yeah, but it almost, and I hate this take. I hate this take. I genuinely hate this take, but some of it makes sense. I'm gonna say it. Can I say it?
Okay, sure.
Okay. All right. So in baseball and football, and again, football is a little different, right? Because obviously there's a lot of plays that are being called, but I would say more during baseball, basketball, hockey, right? And again, it's all about like line changes in hockey. I understand that. I understand it's like situational things, but in basketball, it's the players that are on the court that are doing what they got to do, setting up the plays. Now, again, yes, it does come with coaching, and it's like, yeah, okay, we run this play, we run this play, we run that play. But it's almost like the players kind of dictate what's going to happen on the court. And then until beep, beep, timeout, they sit down, they actually draw up a play. Okay, we need this point here. So like, I hate this take because I'm going to say it, but I hate this take where it's like, oh, like, do you even need fucking coaches in the NBA? Do you really need a manager if they're going to listen to analytics? Like, do you really need a coach in the NFL if they're going to listen to analytics? And again, in the NFL, it's a little different because obviously there's a lot of moving pieces, and it's every fucking play. There's stoppage of time. But in a game that's so fast paced, like basketball, like hockey, like, does the coach even matter? Obviously, we saw this with LeBron and fucking Spoelstra. We saw, like, you see it in all these, like, obviously it's a culture that you have to build.
Yeah.
So like, I disagree with the take, but it's like, is Nash just there as like a presence? Like, he's just like a, hey, I've been here before. Like, I've done this before. And obviously his assistants are doing everything else. Is he just like the like the figure, right? Like the public head. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, because he's the name, he's the brand. Let's name him the coach, but everyone knows he's not really the coach. He's like the rock.
I think your take is shows that you're a casual fan of basketball.
That's what I'm trying. But like again, like a lot of people say that though, no? Like that's not a thing that I said. I hate the take.
Because listen, you mentioned Eric Spoelstra, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who runs the organization for the Miami Heat?
Pat Riley.
Pat Riley. Do you know what Pat Riley did before he ran the organization?
He was New York Knick, played very, very well. And then he became a coach.
Okay. The only person that I can think of where when they say this take that's
what I'm saying. I hate that take. I'm not agreeing with the take. I just hate it.
But the only person I can think of where the team was OD good and I don't think it had anything with the coach was Mike Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because the team he had was mediocre, but they had LeBron James playing the best basketball in the world. Right. But every other winning team has a coach.
So I do want to kind of like
let him finish the take. Let him finish the take.
Yeah,
oh yeah.
Because if you put Greg Popovich right now to coach the Pelicans would be a totally different team than what they are.
If Greg was with the Pelicans right now, them boys would be nasty.
And if you take for example Steve Nash and you give him KD, James Harden, Kyrie, and shit ain't working out, that shows you something, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I agree with that.
And that's why I'm saying, like, you can't discredit a coach. Coaches in the NBA.
Again, I wasn't really discrediting but again, those are the takes, right? Like, again, I'm just trying to play devil's advocate in this sense. But it's like, so like Phil Jackson was known as like the Zen master, yeah? Like he was able to get fucking Rodman, go to fucking Vegas, have a good fucking time. Now, Jackson's a little different because, you know, and then he can relate to the players, he can talk to the players, he can calm them down, he can control like all these crazy personalities. We talk about it with Mike Tomlin. Like you saw what happened after Antonio Brown left. Obviously, he falls apart, Le'Veon Bell, yada, yada, yada. We give all the credit to the coach, and I think it's well-deserved on a person-to-person level. But Phil has the actual, like, coaching and game planning better than Steve Nash does. My whole point is that I think Nash is just like, he's just a dude. Like, he's just a guy that's there.
You saying if Steve Nash is not experienced enough to rally the troops, to bring the guys together and say, this is what we're going to do with these big superstars, with these big personalities. Are we sure that Steve Nash is the person that's going to put this team and orchestrate this team full of these big personalities and stars?
Well, I think he's just a rah-rah guy. Like, I think that's all he does.
What I'll say is, he got a good opportunity to start. He didn't go to a bad team. Usually point guards translate to good coaches. He got a good opportunity. They gave him KD, Kyrie. It hasn't been working out. Not to say he's a terrible coach. This is like his second year coaching the net.
Right.
So he could grow into becoming a better coach. But at this point, you could say maybe he's not the coach that the Nets need at this current time because he's not ready to bring those guys together. Because also to have the best players, you got to be able to coach them, especially, someone has an ego problem or, whatever's going on. You got to also be able to coach them. Steve Nash was, one of the all-time great point guards in his day, but translating that to coaching is going to be a little different, and he got some stars. And obviously we see all the talk of Harden and Kyrie butting heads, then KD and Harden not really getting along with how they want the offense run, and Kyrie can't play games, he's not really there. And then Nash has to manage that, and I feel like there's a lot for him to manage and not being a seasoned coach. He's a seasoned basketball mind because he was all-time great point guard, but as a coach, he never really had to deal with that on that side of the ball. He was always the player. So he has a tough job for him with a good opportunity.
The expectations are super high.
But Johnny, not to cut you off, y'all was mentioning that the Sixers got these young defensive guys or whatever.
That's Drew.
Yeah, Drew, you know the Celtics just beat them by 50 points, right?
Yeah, they just cooked them.
Yeah, I know. James Harden was
50 points.
And then you gotta see the play. That probably don't see it. You heard the play.
Bad timing.
You heard that play.
Bad timing.
Shaq in the full. MB did a double step back. Like he did one and then another one. They
Well, he's been practicing with James Harden on his step back.
He did a double step back and still they called the travel.
MB about to go that beard,
still
just like
blocked
James
his shot. Like, he went to shoot it and he still got blocked. So he did a double step back and still got blocked.
Yeah.
Okay, bad time to say otherwise they did get cooked by the Celtics. But Matthew Stafford is that dude on defense.
Yeah, but I do like MB did catch a good play where he brought the ball up, ran to the basket, did a spin, and he dunked on one of the Celtics players, which was a pretty play. But other than that,
all the Celtics players like 6'4" and shit. Like they all some lower ass niggas.
But I'm just saying the way it just looked pretty for big ass 7-foot MB. The way he brought the ball up and he just like fuck it, I'm just gonna go to the basket.
He's the second best skilled player in the NBA.
You know what I'm saying? The spin looked good, but obviously he's going to throw it on whoever's on the Celtics. They don't really got someone to challenge him, but it looked pretty. But that was the only thing they had the whole night.
Well, we're gonna have more Sixers Nets talk. All-Star Weekend.
We've done this whole episode.
All-Star Weekend is coming up, so we got All-Star Weekend is gonna be a lot different this year. So I'll go through some of the festivities and some of the games. So I'll tell you guys how All-Star Weekend is going to be this weekend. So Friday it kicks off with the celebrity game, like always. Quavo gonna cook. I don't got to go through the people playing. Half the motherfuckers I didn't even know who they is.
I'm about to find out who they are, just for my knowledge. But go ahead.
I ain't know half the people. I knew Quavo. Quavo could play, so
Quavo definitely can cook.
Yo, first thing that I type into Google real quick, I put celebrity, and the first thing that pops up, deaths today. God damn. Yo, COVID is like really fucking messing everybody up. That's the first Google search.
That's Fridays. Also on Friday, they got the Rising Stars. Now, this is usually the rookie sophomore game, but they're doing it a little different this year. There's going to be 4 teams playing. They have 12 freshmen, 12 rookies, 12 sophomores, and 4 G League players. Now, they're going to be split up into 4 teams: Team Rick Barry, Team Isaiah Thomas, Team Gary Payton, and Team James Worthy. They're going to do a bracket style, playoff tournament style. One team play the other. The winner of that team faces the other winner.
So are they running 4-on-4s?
No, they got 4 rosters. They got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-man team. So I don't know how long the game's gonna be, but I
was saying how teams. You said this. Oh no, my bad. It's 12 rookies and 12 sophomores.
Right. It's that was part of the draft. So
the 12 rookies, and the 4 G League players. I didn't count those.
So these were all a part of the Rising Stars draft, and these different coaches picked their teams. So it's split up into 4 teams, and it's tournament style. So bracket style. This team versus that team, you go on to the next game. This team versus this team, next game. Those teams, those 2 winners play against each other. That's how the
Did they say if it's gonna be like they play the first game Friday, the second game Saturday, the third
all this is Friday. So they
probably gonna play like game to like 21.
Yeah, they probably gonna play a
Big 3 style game to 50, right?
Something like that. I don't even actually. Let me look up that to see what the scoring thing is, because I'm not even sure. This is all Friday.
I think it's gonna be competitive, because if I'm that G League guy, I'm
trying to get seen.
While you look that up, I do want to circle back to the lineup for the Celebrity All-Star Game. You're absolutely right. There are no people, like there's a lot of people there that I don't know. Like a Peloton instructor. What the fuck? But
you know what that is.
There's going to be a Globetrotter who's going to be on there. Tiffany Haddish. Myles Garrett, that's kind of news. Myles Garrett probably yamming on there.
I'm surprised they let him do that.
And crazy part, Mayor Justin Bibb, who is the mayor of Cleveland,
he play every year
in that fucking game.
Isn't that's the dude that be shooting all the jump shots, ain't it?
No, this is the mayor of Cleveland, so he's probably not played before because it's the mayor. Of
All I
Cleveland
think of is y'all remember when the secretary.
I know you're talking about. It was some white nigga that be cooking.
Yeah, that's the secretary of education. Yo, he did that look like behind the
white. His last name is White, ain't it? White. Ain't his last name White?
Hold on, I'm find out right now.
Jesse, is it Jesse White?
Hold on.
I know you're talking about it because he be cooking every time.
It's one that got the scat.
Yeah, he be shit. That nigga got the scat. He be facilitating. That nigga be out there looking like Magic Johnson in them celebrity games.
Fine, he was nice.
I think
Secretary of Defense, Bobby Jones. I don't know if that's the same guy. Hold on, Secretary of Defense.
Definitely not Jesse White.
Celebrity.
Jesse White is black.
Oh wait, no, he got the whitest name ever. Hold on, I got this. I know it.
Yo, Jesse White looks like an old doctor.
Yeah.
he looked like Red, the one that was robbing the Temptation.
No, what's funny? Jesse White is from Chicago.
Ernie Duncan.
Yeah.
That boy nice.
Yeah, Ernie Duncan. Jesse White is from Chicago. He has the back to school parade every year. But here's how the Rising Star thing is going. Okay, so the first game since it's the NBA 75. This is what they're doing. Big Three almost style. They playing it to 50 points. So your first game is to 50. So the two teams that get to 50, and then you take that 50 and you play to 75 in the championship game.
Oh, okay.
So that's fine. That's cool. So first game is to 50 and the last
second game is to 25. Right, exactly. So it's the race to 75. That's how they doing the Rising Stars game.
It saves a lot of time.
Yeah. So I don't know, they just gonna swap niggas out. Like, get your ass, y'all all sit on the side, and then the next teams come in.
Weird.
And then, all right, niggas, y'all play. We gonna give y'all a little 20-minute break, and then y'all gotta play to 50. It sounds like some Big Three shit, but because that's pretty much how the Big Three is. But that's the Rising Stars on Friday. And then who the fuck is that? Troy? Troy goofy ass.
See you on the mirror. Like, see you on the mirror.
Talking about Troy. Going back to the Celebrity All-Star participants, though, I do want to see if Well could really play, because I don't know if y'all seen him on Drink Champs. But on Drink Champs, he was talking like he's
man, he's Spanish. Spanish people can't ball.
Bottom right.
No, we might.
Bottom right is out of shape.
Okay.
And he can't guard me.
Off, bro.
He can't guard me in no sports.
He talking about Drew.
Nah, bottom right
on my screen is DCAT.
No, he bottom right on my screen too.
I
probably can't guard you. Well, shit, I probably can't guard you in football either. You fast, but you can't guard me either, nigga. I'm for sure that. I'm for sure that, nigga. I can't guard you. I ain't gonna say I can.
Special guest appearance by Robbie Anderson, ladies and gentlemen. Robbie Anderson has entered the room.
Yo, I don't know if he's gonna be on our team after this season. In the back of you, but
yo, get the fuck out the pod.
Jets up.
Oh yeah, definitely not. He's definitely not gonna be there.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
So, that's the Rising. You got a Mighty Ducks jersey on? That's Mighty Ducks.
Yeah.
I see you, kid.
What you got in the back?
Who's jersey? They did a draft for the Celebrity All-Star game?
That's
Callaway?
No, they did a draft for the Rising Star.
Yo, did anybody in this in the pod pick the Bengals?
Yeah,
we all, like 3 of us did, yeah.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
All right, shut the fuck up. We
John, kick him out the room.
You can come back.
I'm out of here.
NFL talk yet, so.
But listen.
Damn.
This shit don't make no sense. They got
keep him right there, son. Troy, don't move.
On one team, they got Onwell, Myles Garrett, Boobie Gibson, Jack Harlow, who is in ball.
Yeah.
The only person on the other team is Quavo.
Right. Quavo gonna put up all the buckets anyway, so
is everybody against Quavo. Oh, maybe that's why they got one of the girls from the Aces on the team.
Oh, okay.
We got WNBA player.
Yeah, one WNBA player. So it's gonna be her and Quavo versus everybody else.
That's enough. Myles Garrett, big ass can't ball. He gonna bust the ball, big strong ass nigga.
He might be.
That nigga might be dunking.
He might play bully ball with them.
He ain't T.O. That nigga gonna be out there too fucking strong.
There. He gonna be running them over.
You know, it's crazy. I think I remember.
Nobody taking the charge in the celebrity game. They're gonna move out your way.
Right.
All you gotta do is run one person over. That whole game,
that nigga gonna try shoot a layup and throw that motherfucker into the crowd this year. Raw. That shit go into the raft.
Imagine Myles Garrett one-on-one with Machine Gun Kelly. Come on. What are we doing?
So all right, so that's Friday. Then you get it to Saturday. We got the skills challenge. Now, the way they doing the skill challenge this year, they got 3 teams: the rookies, the Cavs team, and they got Team Antetokounmpo.
All the brothers?
Yeah, all the brothers. So in the skill challenge,
really
so they got
into this shit, man.
So they got Jarrett Allen, Garland, and Mobley for the Cavs team. The rookie team, they got let me see, they got
that's a monster.
They got Scotty Barnes, Cade Cunningham, and Josh Giddey. What happened?
That's Miles Duncan. Yeah, man.
Strong as hell. Yeah.
Yo, you missed it. You're going crazy.
He was just dunking it.
Yeah, he's yamming it. I said he was gonna do that.
He gonna body somebody out there.
Yo, they set Quavo up.
I'm telling you, man, Miles is gonna go out here playing dumb hard. I already know it. He's gonna have something to prove. Odell just won a chip. Miles is definitely gonna tear his fucking Achilles, son. I hope it don't happen. I'm not gonna whip Miles. I really hope it don't happen to you, but yo, it's just for fun, bro.
Who y'all got in the skills challenge? Team Cavs, which is Jarrett Allen, Garland, and Mobley. Team Antetokounmpo, which is the Antetokounmpo brothers. Whatever. And the rookies is Barnes, Cade Cunningham, and Giddey from OKC.
I'm gonna go with the
rookies. Gonna win that.
I'm gonna go with the rookies.
I think the rookies gonna win that.
I'm gonna go with the Cavs.
I'm gonna go with the rookies.
And then Saturday also you got the 3-point contest. You got Desmond Bain, Luke Kennard, Zach LaVine, CJ McCollum, Patty Mills, Karl Anthony Towns. You got Fred VanVleet, and you got Trae Young. Who y'all got?
This is the 3-point
contest Saturday.
Y'all already know my pick. Y'all know my pick.
You would go with your lookalike.
I'll go with Fred.
Yeah, I got VanVleet.
I don't know who you got, Cap.
You better go look at that. You better go look at that roster again.
Who on the
say the names again?
Desmond Bain played.
He got Desmond Bain on there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he was like, who played for the Grizzlies?
I was about to say say the names again.
Desmond Bain, Luke Kennard, Zach LaVine, CJ, Patty Mills, Karl Anthony Towns, VanVleet, and Trae Young. I'm gonna go with Trae. It's the easy way to go.
I feel like Karl Anthony Towns gonna take long as fuck. He might not even finish the rack.
Yeah, he gonna get 12 balls.
He gonna get gas.
He gonna get 12 balls.
I got Karl Anthony.
He gonna get through the whole rack.
He was in there.
He gonna get through the whole rack. And then last on Saturday, we got the dunk contest. Cole Anthony, Jalen Green, Obi Toppin, and Juan Toscano Anderson. Who y'all got?
Karl Anthony, and then runner-up Obi Toppin. Obi Toppin.
Hold on, you said who? You said Karl Anthony.
Cole Anthony.
Oh, I thought you said Carl.
No, Cole Anthony.
So it's Obi. Obi all the way.
That guy is.
I'm gonna ride with Obi.
I'm going with Jalen.
Yeah,
which is Jalen Green?
Yeah, Jalen Green.
Who's the shortest one in the whole lot?
Jalen Green.
Cole Anthony.
All right, so it's Cole Anthony then.
Nah, I'm going Jalen Green.
Jalen Green.
Jalen Green might do some shape. I'm gonna go with Obi. Jalen Green.
I think Obi gonna be disappointed. I think Juan Toscano gonna surprise people. And I think Jalen to me got the most explosiveness.
Right, exactly. Yeah, that's why I ride with Jalen. His dunk's gonna look better. Obi too big. I already said he's big, strong guy.
Yeah, you said this already.
It don't look good. It don't look good. So, and then Sunday we got the NBA All-Star Game 2022. Anything y'all looking forward to in regards to the game?
No. I mean, it'll be fun. It'll be fun.
Other than, I know Cap looking for the Ja.
Well, I don't know because why Ja sitting today? Did you see anything, Johnny?
Nah, I think it's probably rest because I was.
Yeah, it's about to hit All-Star Weekend.
All-Star break.
Yeah, I just seen game time decision. He wasn't playing on. I hope he.
I was looking at that Pelicans game.
Shout out, I want to see Jared Allen in the All-Star game. I'm happy that he made it. He deserved it.
So All-Star break, he probably just taking
You heard they said left ankle soreness, so that to me sounds like a rest day for.
Yeah, he's just chilling.
Yeah,
I really do.
Now, so that's the NBA. Any other NBA takes?
No.
I think we covered NBA.
Yeah.
So before we get to NFL, other shit going on. UFC took place.
I want to do quick MLB, then we can do UFC. Yeah.
Okay. Cap, I want you to lead us in the UFC and go ahead with the MLB.
Super quick. Universal DH has now been announced for if we do have a season. A lockout's still a thing. I think
what does that mean?
What does
also pitcher's not bad no more?
So that the National League will have a designated hitter as opposed to having the pitchers.
That's trash. That made it interesting. That's trash.
How does it make it interesting?
You said
boring.
No. Explain. I'm trying to hear what's going on.
Then, so basically, the National League is always shit on the American League because they're like, we play real baseball where the pitchers go up to the plate. Who the fuck wants to see that? Like, even as a young kid, I was like, yo, we playing a National League team? Man, this sucks.
So it's only in the National League that does that?
Only in the National League. It's a fucking dumb because baseball has this thing where they don't change their fucking rules. It's fucking dumb. Like, but you could sacrifice butt and shut the fuck up. Everybody wants to see the long ball. Look, every once in a while, a pitcher has had like a good moment. Like every once in a while, John, please stop, because you don't mean that. You really don't mean that. You are not that much of a baseball fucking.
Hold on,
purist.
Johnny. What's that mean? That he can go up to the plate?
No,
that means that like in the National League, the pitcher, the pitcher would have to.
What happens with Shohei?
Well, Shohei's a DH. He's a DH.
But the thing is now,
Ohtani can't hit or he can hit.
Ohtani's the only one. No, Ohtani went. All right, so when Ohtani played in the American League, he can only pitch one day. He's a starting pitcher. It's not like he's a reliever. He only pitches one day out of 5 games, right? So let's say I think he's like second or third in the rotation, and I don't know exactly where he is on the rotation. So in the times where he is not, and again, this is an American League team, so it's not like it's a National League team. He plays for the Angels, who's an American League team, so they already have a DH. So in the times where Ohtani wasn't pitching, he would be the DH, and then he would just hit. Like he was just an extra guy to hit. Now, when you play National League teams, having Ohtani as your starter strategically might work, but Ohtani it's like Ohtani and Jacob deGrom are the only like pitchers that can somewhat decently hit in the league this year.
So if he played for a National League team, he wouldn't have been able to DH. He would have just been able to pitch.
No, he would not have been able to DH unless they play an American League team.
Gotcha.
Like if he played for the Mets and they went to the Yankees, like they were in the Bronx, then Ohtani can DH. But if he played for the
wouldn't that be an advantage
to have a DH?
If I'm a pitch, no, I'm saying if I'm a pitcher that can also hit.
Oh yeah, right. But I'm saying he's the only wild card. Every other pitcher, no pitcher grows up going, I'm going to be able to, pitch and fucking.
Nor do they really want to hit.
But
no, they don't.
Half the league has to do it, so I don't understand that.
It never made any sense to me. The American League always had a DH, and then I would watch National League games. I'm like, what the fuck is Roger Clemens doing up at the plate right now? Like, or what is Randy Johnson doing at the plate right now? Like, oh, well, in the National League, they fucking the pitchers. And
I feel like that was something that
whack, bro.
That was nice.
John, you really have a problem with this?
Yes, I do. I feel like that's why, because it's like
why
it made the National League and the American League basically do two different leagues.
But that's stupid because they all play at the end of the year for the one championship.
All right, but then home field advantage. If I'm a National League team, when you play in my home, you're not going to be able to get the DH. That's my advantage.
How is that your advantage? Because your pitchers can't hit.
But your
pitchers are sack bunting or they're automatic outs.
Yeah, but
I don't understand why you're dying on the street. I really don't understand why you're dying on the street.
They take more bat attempts. American League pitchers don't take as much bat attempts as National League pitchers.
And you know what happens? John, 8 times out of 10, what happens when a pitcher steps up to the plate?
Hey, like I said, they
John, what happens? It doesn't matter how many at-bats they have. What happens?
For 50 plus
What
years,
happens, John?
the
No,
National League
John.
always had the
John,
pitcher.
8 times out of 10, what happens?
Again, but John, what he's saying is, you saying it's an advantage, but these pitchers haven't hit, so
there's
how
no
is it an
advantage because they're almost an automatic out every time.
But all right, but see, the advantage is now.
What?
Say you got no wait. I'm gonna say my point. Say you got a position player that can't really he's older, he can't play the field, but he's one of your best bats.
Mm-hmm.
You can't play because you can't play defense. So he sits out.
They become the DH.
The pitcher has to bat. It's advantages.
What's the advantage for the other team?
I just told you. Say your best player can't play first. He can't play the outfield, or you can't play the infield.
Let's talk about David Ortiz in the latter part of his career.
Yes, a good bat, but can't play. You can't play defense no more.
Okay, and then who won the World Series when David Ortiz was at the latter part of his career?
But you're not understanding the point.
The Red Sox. What is
the
Red
Sox
advantage?
had the home field advantage. They had the home field advantage.
I don't see the point of the advantage. John, you're fucking crazy. You sound like a fucking 80-year-old man who's like,
I feel Johnny because it gives guys like that's on the end of their career that can still hit the ball, they can still play.
No. John's arguing that.
John
doesn't want that.
My point is that's the advantage of them having
away.
On one side.
If I can't play defense, but I can still smack 40 home runs. That's the advantage to my team.
But you could be a DH though still.
And that's not fair. But John, John. Wait. That's not fair to the National League teams. But they don't have a guy like that.
But that's my point. That's the advantage for the American League, and then the National League's advantage is the pitching because you don't got to face that extra batter. You're gonna face a weaker batter at being the pitcher. That's the advantages of the league.
It's always been
I feel like that's what made it
cool
to watch baseball.
But John, we talk like literally every fucking week about how baseball needs to change their rules and how fucking dumb they are, and they finally do something progressive, and you're fucking giving them pushback.
They can change everything else, but I felt like that's one of the things I liked about baseball.
There's only one rule that me and Dev care about in baseball. Y'all want me to tell her what it is?
What's that?
Let them boys take them needles again, man.
Facts. Also, so the rumor is they're not testing for steroids anymore. So you want to kick Barry Bonds out of the contention? I'm telling you, they were waiting for Barry Bonds to not
be eligible
make it
to
the
do
Hall
that.
of Fame.
Yeah.
So now that he's no longer eligible, guess what the MLB is doing? Not testing for steroids.
No, but I heard that, but that's a whole different thing. It's because no, they're not testing for steroids at the point because they're on strike, and the agreement for testing.
Man, that's part of it though. They're not testing. Listen,
they'll be back as soon.
And they're gonna get a deal with Osada, and then it's gonna be 10 times worse.
Mm-hmm. So I think every player that's taking steroids should be in the Hall of fucking Fame. I don't give a fuck. I don't even care if they weren't even that good. They should get an automatic because now they're not even going to test.
Everybody's going crazy. Trey Young about to have 50 points. Giannis just dropped 50.
And then last thing I wanted to talk about in baseball, and then I think me and Decaf can handle the UFC fights. I only watched the last 2 fights, Cap. So if you watch the early ones, please help out. Matt Hardy. The Dark Knight is in the middle of an investigation with a trial with the former Los Angeles staffer Eric Kay, who was literally he was Oprah with the oxys, man. You get an oxy, you get an oxy, you get an oxy, you get an oxy. So there is a investigating trial right now happening with this fucking clown just dishing out oxys to everybody on the Los Angeles Angels at that time. This was 4, 5, 6 years ago.
I don't think that's a story because I feel like every team does that.
Oh yeah, I mean every sport.
Every sport,
we saw Joe Burrow and again we'll segue to the NFL at some point. But we saw Joe Burrow and fucking Matthew Stafford both snap their fucking ankles and they shot their ass.
Literally.
Yeah. Take these sauce real quick. You'll be all right.
Yo, he literally grabbed his knee and was like,
screaming.
And then came right back out. Come on, man.
They shot his ass with that adrenaline. That nigga said,
he was that quarterback in Any Given Sunday with the shit. That was him. Joe Burrow came right back out that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Nah, he was fucking the fat nigga and get him to the Greek when he stabbed him with the pen. On the hill. Like that's who his ass was. John, you got a baseball tape?
No, it was gonna be something. It was something different. It wasn't gonna be baseball. Before we get to UFC, it was gonna be something.
Go ahead.
Well, we in this is WrestleMania season. This is WWE.
Oh right, yeah. DQ. WrestleMania takes. Oh, never mind.
Jesus Christ, that's crazy. But Saturday is the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. This I think will be the last pay-per-view before WrestleMania. I could be wrong. I think it's the last pay-per-view before WrestleMania.
They don't do one in March.
They might do one now, but April. WrestleMania usually is that first week or last
first week of April. Yeah.
First week it's in that window. So that might be the next pay-per-view. But since we're all '90s babies, there's a rumor that WWE is going hard to get Stone Cold Steve Austin to return for one last match at this year's WrestleMania because it's taking place in Texas.
Horrible.
John, mistake me if I'm wrong, but Lita's back, right?
Yeah, she is actually.
Yeah, that's fire, dude.
Ain't Goldberg going against Roman Reigns soon?
And Lita got the thong fucking showing again. My girl was sitting there watching it with me. She was like, "No, is that
you're not gonna be able to see that because they're going to be wrestling in Saudi Arabia, so they're gonna have to wear the long pants with the long sleeves with the t-shirt over it. That's how the women wrestle in Saudi Arabia.
Are you crazy? You want them to
during WrestleMania?
Yeah.
No. Elimination Chamber. Lita's wrestling the pay-per-view this Saturday. That's in Saudi Arabia. The WrestleMania is in Texas. That's why they saying WWE's going hard to push for Stone Cold to come back because they want to also push ticket sales. They want to bring bring that back. So
and he can come back for like a quick promo, stunner a couple people, slug a couple fucking beers.
I think it would be dope. It's just been so many years. His last match
was Stone Cold could barely walk.
Now his injuries was bad. That's why
he's good now. Yeah, he's got like 8 shows.
They had like something wrong with his back.
Yeah, most of the shows he's on, he's sitting down.
Yeah. His injuries was neck and I think it was neck and knees because he had that. Remember Owen Hart did the tombstone and he landed on his head. That's like the injuries that really fucked Stone Cold up.
The nerve. He had the nerve issue and shit.
I don't want to see Stone Cold wrestle.
I think his body's in better shape for a one match appearance. I would love to see it. I've been wanting to see it, but it's been 19 years since.
Can he even run down to the ring like he used to? Like,
nah, he won't. He won't.
Probably don't. You probably can't.
That's what I was just about to say, Dev. You know what I would want to see? Whoever wins in the main event, Stone Cold drive out the truck.
Right.
Yeah. Come down. Stunner a couple dudes.
I don't want him stunnering nobody.
Nah, I need him to stunner, son. He gotta yug the beers, son. You gotta fucking
crack the beers.
But yeah, I just brought that up because I seen that news the other day, and something that popped up, and he is
so weird because I was walking in. I don't remember. Maybe I was in the mall and I seen somebody with a fucking Stone Cold 316 shirt. I'm like, what the fuck? I ain't seen one of those.
I'm just saying, like, he is arguably one of the greatest wrestlers to ever perform, and he's definitely
that's not
the biggest star of all time.
Top five.
Yeah,
but growing up, he was the superstar. He was the one.
Well, I recently saw like clicking through channels that Goldberg is about to fight Roman Reigns and shit. He told him like, "You're next." He looking old as fuck too.
I think.
So, I remember. You remember
they're wrestling at Saudi Arabia this Saturday for the
when Goldberg and fucking Undertaker was fighting that geriatric ass match, and both
it was horrible.
Was,
looked bad,
falling apart. That shit looked like Dada 3000 and Kimbo Slice. That shit was bad.
I wasn't watching wrestling anymore. I don't remember that.
It was a couple years ago. WrestleMania season is definitely the season.
Saudi Arabia always wants WWE to bring back stars and things. That's why they had matches where it was like Triple H and Shawn Michaels versus Kane and Undertaker a few years ago. Then they had the Goldberg and Undertaker match that took place in Saudi Arabia, but that match wasn't. That's probably one of the worst matches ever because they was just fucking up all the moves. They couldn't get the moves down. They almost killed each other like a few times.
Since we talking about wrestling too, that picture was fire. That everybody resurfaced of it was like Triple H, Ric Flair.
At the Garden. You're talking about
the Garden?
Yeah, at the Garden.
Evolution at the Garden, I think. It was Ric Flair, Batista, Triple H, and Randy Orton.
Yeah, that was dope to see them. Yeah. All them look mad young.
But speaking of,
that was 04. That was 18 years ago.
Speaking of wrestling,
contact sports.
Yeah, right, exactly. Get it to UFC.
Contact sports, fake or real or staged.
Nah, this shit real.
UFC 271. Co-main events. were Derek Lewis versus Ty. I'm gonna fuck up his last name.
Vasa.
Vasa.
Then Derek Lewis get smoked.
He went
Yo, crazy match. Decap, you didn't watch the undercards, did you?
Yeah, I watched all the fights.
Okay, so yeah, Decap, if you want to break down the other ones, obviously the two co-main events, Derek Lewis and Ty, and obviously our guy, friend of the podcast, hopefully one day, Izzy Adesanya versus Robert Whitaker, and we'll talk about that a little later. But Decap, yeah, you want to bring up the
out of the undercards, the only people that I really would say like names is mentionable, not that they're not mentionable, but like should be talked about. There's this kid, his last name is Olberg, something like that. He trains with Izzy, and he's 6'5", got the same build as Izzy, but he's more muscular than Izzy, and he got like a pretty boy look to him.
What weight class is he in?
He fights I want to say middleweight.
Okay.
Oh, Jared Candier?
No, that's who Izzy's gonna fight next.
Okay.
Candier, he just beat Derek Brunson. That's who Dana White already said it. He deserved the title shot. He's gonna fight Izzy next. But this other kid, his name, I want to say his name is Carlos Urberg. But I can see it already.
Oh, he was in the preliminaries, right?
Yeah, the UFC they're gonna link him to being the next guy.
Yeah, you're right. Promote him. Yeah, Carlos Urberg. You're right.
And the thing is, he's similar size to Izzy and everything. They train together. So let's just see in like a year or two, if somehow a grudge match of you know what I'm saying? You know how they always do with the UFC.
Passing of the torch and shit.
Exactly. But that one, and then I was gonna mention the Kenny Yerrr, he's gonna end up fighting Izzy clearly. And that Derek Lewis and Shuey. They call him
Shuey. Yeah, they call him the Shuey. This is the guy that, you know, when he wins the fights, he youngs the viewers out of the shoe. Yeah. It's a traditional native Australian thing, I should say.
But it looked like he's moving his way up in the UFC. That guy with the shoe.
Yeah.
He's been beating everybody that was like the gatekeepers. Yeah. Derek Lewis was the guy who, if he was to beat Derek Lewis, it's like, okay, now you gotta give him somebody for real.
Right.
But the problem is, listen, Derek Lewis was supposed to finish him. Derek Lewis had him.
Yeah, he had him a couple
on the
times.
cage.
Yeah.
He was hitting him. I think Derek Lewis tired himself out because he was just throwing uppercuts up. And I'm not gonna lie, he was barely missing. Like some of them was connecting. The kid got a good chin, but a lot of them was missing. Derek Lewis got tired, and then he just.
But Derek Lewis always get winded though.
And that's the thing.
That's usually what happens with the heavyweight, like the big boys.
Yeah.
And Derek Lewis did catch and like the elbow didn't even look crazy.
You know what it was? It was that it caught him like on the top of the head. So you could see it. He hits him, and Derek Lewis goes, he goes out, and then once his head hits the canvas, he wakes up.
Yeah, that's like a double hit right there. Like, when you get hit and then you face first into the canvas, that's a double hit.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why I'm like, damn, if the ref wasn't like aware and let them keep fighting, Derek Lewis might have even had a chance to get back up. Yeah. But it was just like one of them things where you see somebody go
when he hit his head, it goes.
I'm saying you just see that, it's like
you gotta stop the match.
It's because obviously the person that's falling is in danger, because if you don't call it, the person could jump on him and just
start pounding and they heavyweights. So it's a lot different when a heavy Francis or somebody hit you with one of these
coming with the hammer and shit like.
and you went to like kind of sleep as you going down. You went to sleep and
And me and my boy was watching the fight together, right? So Derek Lewis was ranked, I want to say, number 3. So this is the guys that you could put Shuey against: Francis, Rosenstruck, Cyril Gane.
Yeah.
He can't fuck with none of them. Like, if you put him against any of the guys that's available,
I said, but you think Francis is gonna fight again in the UFC after all that shit that happened with him?
There's rumors that Francis is gonna go to boxing, and I think he'll get his big.
Well, Francis ain't doing nothing because Francis about to. If he didn't do it already, he went under the knife. He had to get surgery.
Oh yeah, on his knees, right?
Yeah. So who knows? I mean, to me, I don't even want to see him box. If you got bad knees, you shouldn't really be boxing either.
Yeah.
But and then of course the main event, Adesanya is Adesanya, man. He's in a class of his own.
I loved how he was kind of faking out Whitaker, and Whitaker. To be fair to Whitaker, he fought a better fight. He wasn't that aggressive. Obviously, we all know that that first fight that they had in Australia, Izzy being like native to New Zealand, Australia, New Zealand got their little fake beef. He was in enemy territory. Izzy knocks him the fuck out, and that passionate electric moment that he had, when he does the fucking, the Batista fucking grenades or whatever, like the gun and all that. But obviously Whitaker learned from that match. He's not going to go crazy swinging on him. He was trying to be a little bit more, meditative. He was actually thinking about his strikes before he took them. I think they called it right. I think Izzy won 4 out of the 5, where Whitaker kind of maybe was getting a chance, but there was no shot that he was bringing him down. But shouts to Izzy, man. Izzy was faking like a hand injury. And I don't want to get too much into Joe Rogan not being there with whatever was happening with him, with his with them coming for him. But apparently there was some scheduling issues. But I was watching it with a buddy of mine, and he was like, "Yo, there's something wrong with Izzy's hand." And I was like, "I don't know, man." I was like, "Izzy's the type of dude that will fake that."
No, that's just Joe. For example, Leo Santa Cruz, when he does some shit like this, and De La Hoya used to always go like.
Right.
It's just like
so and again, we find this out later, but Joe had mentioned, he had texted one of the commentators that were on there.
He
and Joe was like,
John,
there's something wrong with Izzy's hand.
And
then he mentioned it out, and then they asked Izzy at the end of the fight. Obviously, it goes to the decision. Izzy wins, and we'll see what's next for him. There's no one touching him in that weight class, in my opinion. I don't think anyone's gonna catch up to him, unless what's this dude? Who's the fucking fuckboy with tattoos and a hair? Sugar Shane, whatever the fuck his name is.
I don't know. Sugar Sean.
No, I'm saying if he comes up in weight class, maybe, but even then, Izzy will fucking watch him.
Sugar Sean is that'd be like saying Mayweather would fight Andre Ward.
I'm not saying that it's gonna happen. I'm just saying who again the UFC has to build somebody
they definitely
up.
Do be making
no, John. It's not even.
Nah,
close.
It's not even a competition. Izzy will fucking watch.
No.
It's not even
about weight wise.
It's weight wise. Sean could never fight Israel Adesanya.
Yeah.
The only person that has a chance of fighting him is there's this kid that nobody really knows about yet. His name is, I might even get this wrong. His name is Sean Strickland or something like that. He's 24-3. They think he can fuck with Izzy, but even him, I don't think so. The most impressive thing about the fight was Robert Whitaker took Izzy down, but Izzy's takedown defense and wrestling defense was incredible. As soon as he would get him down, Izzy would get right back up to his feet.
Yep.
And he's a kickboxer. That's not supposed to happen. So but there's the Yerrr kid, even Derek Brunson hurt him. Israel Adesanya is gonna fuck. I wouldn't be surprised if Israel Adesanya fights him and beats him by a head kick, knocks him out cold with a head kick.
Let's just set up the grudge match. Izzy versus my guy John Jones. Set it up.
Oh, I'm glad you brought that up. Cap, you see Izzy's post?
I don't want to see him fight John Jones. I'm tired of hearing the whole
Cap,
John Jones.
But you see Izzy's post about John Jones, right?
Yeah,
what'd he say?
So yesterday was obviously Valentine's Day. Shout outs to all the wives, girlfriends, wags, I should say. You do for everything you do on this Hallmark holiday. But it was a picture of a meme of a fighter bandaging up his hands or whatever. And Izzy was like, John Bones getting ready for Valentine's Day. Obviously
the domestic
allegedly John Jones, not so allegedly beats the fuck out of his wife. So,
but I don't know. I'm over that.
Yeah. John Bones is doing too much cocaine to be fucking around, man. I don't know, bro. Izzy will fucking watch him if he comes out finally after all this time, John.
Oh, don't get ahead of
You're
yourself.
such a fucking son. I don't know who you are anymore, Doug.
But then Izzy will have to come down. Izzy will have to go up in weight class, though, right?
Yeah, but he already felt it when he went with Gon, and like he didn't get knocked out.
He went against Stipe.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Not Stipe. Oh my God, Jan. When he went against Jan.
That's what I literally just said, and you corrected me, and then you made me correct myself.
Oh, I thought you said Gon.
Gon. I can't say his fucking name.
But it's not Gon. Gon is Gane. Jan is Jan.
Okay, Jan. It was Jan.
Yeah, but I don't want to see him fight.
Correct.
If Israel fights John Jones, it's not gonna be fair. John Jones too big for him.
And John's doing a lot of coke.
But he is.
He definitely lost mad weight.
UFC grudge matches.
If anything, he's gonna come down to Izzy's weight class.
I don't think Bones gonna get that small.
The next fight I want to see, which I'm a Jorge Masvidal fan, him and Johnny Cousins.
Oh yeah,
coming up. He's gonna fight Kobe Covington, and I'm not gonna hold you. That Trump supporting Kobe Covington gonna fuck. I think he's gonna fuck Masvidal up.
Oh really? Okay.
Yes. I think he's on. Listen, Kobe Covington. Say what you want to say about him, but that boy can fight, man. I give him that. That's one of them Trump supporters you don't want to get into no shit.
Right. I don't even think he's a real Trump supporter. I think he just kind of bought it.
He can't wait to beat up on the POC and shit.
Yeah. But Masvidal is his man's. Masvidal is Trump's man's.
Yeah.
They both.
So that fight's when exactly?
Supporters of Trump.
Yeah, but it's a different type of hate when it comes from the white man, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's a different level of hate.
Okay, that fight's coming up. It's March 5th, so 3 weeks from now.
Yeah.
That's
all right, but that's UFC, and we'll talk more when that fight happens. We're gonna get into the NFL, man. Now, before we touch on the Super Bowl, a few things going on in the NFL. We didn't cover it. Aaron Rodgers won MVP. Congratulations to Aaron Rodgers. Although I think Cooper Kupp should have won MVP.
He got Offensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, but the Triple Crown don't happen often. Jerry Rice was the last person. So, like.
Okay, cool. Fun stat, since we're just going to talk about it. You brought up Jerry Rice. So Jerry Rice is the only player to, in his entire career, have the Triple Crown, win Offensive Player of the Year, and also Super Bowl MVP. Jerry Rice did that in a 13-year career, 14-year career.
Cooper Kupp did it all in 1 year.
Something like that. Cooper Kupp did it all in one fucking year.
I was going.
Cooper,
yeah. Shout out to Cooper though. So that's Aaron Rodgers won. Did you guys agree with the MVP, Aaron Rodgers? I say Cooper should have did it.
This is deserving.
Cooper's gonna get his anyway. He's already got his shine. It looks like Aaron Rodgers is staying after all that fucking talk. Looks like he's staying. Where's he gonna go?
Again,
he's not staying. He's
not staying. Again, bro. I wanted to touch on QBs, and I want to say stay or go. I want to play a quick little game. Kyler Murray.
Yeah, let's play.
Kick it off with Kyler Murray. He's up for an extension. He's going through his shit with Arizona. He on his social media. We already talked about. He took everything off. He has a picture of him playing with the A's as his profile pic. Him playing baseball and shit. Kyler Murray.
He put out a statement yesterday too.
What he said?
What was the statement?
They tried to say that Kyler Murray is never the first guy in, last guy out. He doesn't have leadership shit, and he put out a statement saying that's all false.
They get on him because he's short, and they get on him because he's black.
So you got all this. Kyler Murray, stay or go. Arizona Cardinals. Ed, stay or go.
He gone.
He gone. Drew, stay or go.
Yeah, with all that shit, he gone.
Cap, stay or go.
I think he's gone.
Johnny, stay or go. Kyler Murray, Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah, he has no leverage. Stay.
His extension. He's up for his extension this upcoming season. So after this season,
you say he don't have leverage.
Well, John talking about the franchise tag, so they tag him and shit.
Yeah.
Why they could trade him and get something.
They could, but they're not going to trade him.
But he also could retire and go play baseball.
He's not going to do that.
That ain't happening.
The A's have told him they got a spot for him whenever he's ready.
Okay, how much money can he make playing for the A's?
Far more than he can make playing base football.
Now he could.
Is that a fact? Like is a contract out there?
Yeah, baseball
I don't know if they said here's your possible contract. I don't know that information.
Listen, if a contract come out and that should say $130 million, then yeah, I think Kyler would leave.
I'm just saying the possibility of making more money is definitely in baseball than it is in football. So
I'm gonna be honest too. His celebrity gonna go crazy.
What's your pick though?
I want him to stay. I like Kyler, man. That's my guy.
Yeah, fuck out of here.
Okay, Carson Wentz. Issues in Indianapolis. Colts. They don't know what they're gonna do with him. They've got him on the trade block, talking about possibly getting him out of Indianapolis. Stay or go, Ed. Carson Wentz.
He's staying. They gave up way too much to keep him. And who are you gonna go get?
I have no idea.
Somebody in the draft.
Maybe you could trade Kyler.
Get Matty Ice.
That's a good idea. That worked out when they did Phillip Rivers, right?
A better option than Carson Wentz, but
definitely a better option than Carson. All right, Drew, stay or go. Carson Wentz, Colts.
Unfortunately, he stays. Like I agree. I don't know where you go get. Where do you go get in place of him?
All right, Cap, stay or go. Carson Wentz.
I think he's gonna stay, and I think Carson got a bad rep, but Carson is a decent player.
John ain't a fan of Carson.
Go pack that ass up and shit. The way he moved, go get your I seen him watch that in the RSA chat. Go get you Brett Favre, old ass, or Michael Vick, and they probably moved faster than
John, stop.
Fuck it.
I really love John, but yo, you be saying the wildest shit sometimes, man.
Listen, I just said I feel like they could move as good as him or better than him right now. Why
that was
not?
flagged though. But that's not a real that wasn't a real game.
Put a potential an actual you can
nigga
say,
you got some nigga really coming to knock your head off. I don't know if Favre
and Myles Garrett after them.
Yeah,
especially after what Favre fucking said. That boy, QAnon.
Obviously, I'm joking, but I'm just saying the way Carson Wentz be moving on that field, shit.
That's what happens when you don't.
I get you. He is trash.
The coach got a good O-line. It's just
I'm talking about when he was in Philly.
Yeah, it's bad there, but he's just stationary. And, the injuries and all the bang. Yo, you do know some point in this season he twisted both his ankles. Like, how do you do that? Like, how do you twist both your ankles? How?
He was trying to turn around quick to hand the ball off to Taylor.
Yo, that shit remind me if y'all ever saw the movies The Rocker with Wilson. I forgot his first name. Wilson.
Yeah, I don't even.
Luca Owen. Which one? Luca Owen.
Nah, the homie from The Office. Rainn Wilson, I think.
Rainn. Okay.
Yeah. Seen The Rocker?
Yeah, I've seen it.
And there's a scene where he busts his shit and he's like, yo, I think I sprained both my ankles. Yo, that's the only thing I could think of when I heard that about Carson Wentz. And it was a legit, he sprained both his ankles. How?
All right, moving on. Ryan Tannehill. Now, they've been talking in Titans land that Ryan Tannehill is a good QB, but they don't know for sure if he's the QB that's going to take them to a championship. He's a good enough QB to keep you in a game, but in regards to winning you a game, is Ryan Tannehill that QB? So, Ed, should the Titans stay with Ryan or go with somebody else?
I don't think he's that guy. Pal. He's not that guy, but I think he'll stay. Again, It's just
what's that?
Like where they are position-wise in the draft. There's not a lot of quarterbacks in the draft this year.
Yeah.
Like who are you going to go get? Again, unless some of these guys become free agents where you could pay, I don't know. But there's going to be a lot of trading involved. I think we'll actually be pretty active in trading this offseason. I can't wait. I love the offseason.
I got a new quarterback for the Titans.
All right, Drew, stay or go, Ryan Tannehill.
Stay.
I like Ryan. Stay or go.
I think he will go. And
wait, hold on, real quick. Dev, where are you at? Because I'm logging all this. With Wentz.
What are you talking about?
I'm writing everything down on what everybody said.
Everybody's
Is Wentz
pick.
staying or going?
For Wentz, I said go Wentz. I get Wentz.
Wentz. All right, so Dev. Okay.
I think Tannehill will be going, and I think the new quarterback of the Tennessee Titans next year will be Jimmy Garoppolo.
Ooh, that's good.
Next up on my list, John, stay or go?
I think Tannehill stays.
All right, next up on my list, Jimmy G. It seems his future in with the 49ers is over, but with Jimmy G, they don't really win the big games, but they don't lose much either. So should Jimmy G stay or go 49ers? Ed.
It's just like, I don't know.
He gone. I don't know where he's gonna go, but he's gone. He's gonna get paid too. Wherever he goes, Jimmy's gonna get some money.
Yeah. All right, gone. Drew, stay or go?
Where you at on Tannehill? Sorry, you didn't. You got to answer all of them.
Tannehill. I stay Tannehill.
Okay. Jimmy Garoppolo.
Jimmy G.
It's tough.
Don't spend too much time on
it. I feel like
he's probably gone.
He's 100%.
He's probably gone. Yeah, he's probably gone.
Cap, you already alluded to it. Jimmy G, stay or go?
He's gone.
He out. John.
No questions.
Jimmy G.
Jimmy G was gone as soon as they drafted Trey Lance.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
He's gone
shit.
as soon as that they drafted Trey Lance, and then his final play as a 49er, he threw that crazy pick. He's out of there.
Yeah, he's gone then. Yeah, I definitely forgot about Trey Lance.
All right, next up, we go to Minnesota. Now Minnesota seem to have everything but a QB. Like
that ass up.
like Jimmy G, like Ryan Tannehill, Kirk Cousins finds himself in a position where he's a serviceable QB, but he ain't gonna win you much. I would like for the Vikings for the moment, because I can't think of nobody else other than Russell Wilson, stay in Minnesota with Kirk Cousins, because I like Kirk. So stay and go, Kirk Cousins, Minnesota.
The Vikings are too fucking loyal. They pay Kirk a lot of money. Also, shout out to the Minnesota Vikings for saving the New York Jets, man. Thank you, Kirk, for making that decision. I think he's staying. I think he's your quarterback for at least the next 2 years, unless barring any injury or barring anything crazy. Kirk's there for the long haul, in my opinion. I think he's going to finish his career there.
How much you got left on that contract? 2 more years?
Like 3 more years.
Yeah, stay.
All right, Cap, stay or go. Kirk Cousins.
The MVP of this year, he had 4,100 yards, 37 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Kirk Cousins had 4,200 yards, 33 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions.
I told John Kirk had a good season. John was hating on Kirk.
And last year he was 35-13 with 4,200 yards. And the only person on the team that's a receiver is Justin Jefferson. I don't understand what. I ain't gonna say nothing about that, but
Thielen had a good year last year. This year was a little off. Obviously, you expect a little regression.
Okay, I don't understand where y'all get this shit that Kirk Cousins is horrible, Johnny.
The issue with Kirk Cousins is in pressure moments.
My problem with Kirk
win
is
the big one.
And not even just pressure moments. I think when Kirk looks at his first option, he looks at his first option. He looks at his first option, and then he immediately goes, "Okay, what's the fourth option? Right, check down." Like he doesn't even go 1, 2, 3, 4.
If that was the case, listen. If he had no progression, you know what that would equal up to? A lot of interceptions. I just say he had single-digit interceptions.
True, but that's what got them out of a lot of games. That's why they lost several games, because he wouldn't look at the 2, and the 2 was wide open, and he checked it down.
Watching Kirk Cousins Vikings games. My biggest issue is third down efficiency. He didn't throw a lot of picks, but he wasn't very efficient on third down. And then second half is almost like he declines. Where first half, they fucking cooking. But second half, he declines. And then when it comes, they put themselves in these pressure moments. And his efficiency on tough downs was bad last year. He didn't throw a lot of interceptions, but he did make a lot of.
You should know why I don't rock
completions
with Cousins. Come on, Cap act like he don't know why I don't rock with Cousins. This guy's crazy.
Cap, you also fronting like.
Why you don't rock with Cousins?
Cause they did my man RG3 dirty, even though he played for the op team.
Okay.
Ever since then, I just don't look at Kirk Cousins like, nah, they did my man.
He had nothing to do with that, though. He had nothing to do with that. That's all. That's like Bret Hart, fucking Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels had nothing to do with it.
Only problem I had with Kirk Cousins is when he was supposedly looking to leave, he was telling the whole team he was staying, and then he did that whole shit where he was supposed to come back to the facilities, and he went back to his crib and he called the Jets.
Yeah, he did.
And that whole conversation happened.
Thank you very much.
Exactly, and then he ended up signing with Minnesota before he even went back home. That's the only problem I have with him. I think Kirk is he ain't the best quarterback, but he damn sure ain't in the bottom half of quarterbacks.
Nah,
he's better than everybody we've named so far. Every quarterback that Dev has mentioned, he's better than, including Kyler Murray.
Whew. Except for Kyler.
Including Kyler.
I don't know about Kyler.
I would
honestly, all of the QBs that we name.
Because Kyler plays Madden.
No, are all Kirk Cousins. These all are the same prototype QBs that we mentioned before.
Yeah, you're right.
Tannehill, Jimmy G, they all the fucking same QB. So like, you pop any one of them in there, you getting the same fucking quarterback.
All right, so Dev, what's your answer? You're the only one. And John, you said
I said stay. I said my answer.
I didn't say my answer. Dev said his answer before me.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say Kirk Cousins is gonna stay. I think the Vikings will pack that ass up, but it's just me. But he's definitely gonna stay.
Okay, can I hold on before we move on? Who was the wide receiver that played for the Cardinals?
D-Hop.
D-Hop, right? Yeah. Who was the best quarterback D-Hop ever played with?
Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson.
Listen.
What?
He went to Kyler Murray and did nothing this year.
He was hurt. He got injured.
He played the whole year.
He wasn't healthy all year.
He got injured.
Nah, he wasn't really healthy all year.
He missed a couple of games, but now he did play.
He missed like 2-3 games.
Yeah, but he was questionable all season.
D-Hop been injured the entire season. He's been questionable.
He's playing hurt
the entire season.
He's playing hurt. He was playing hurt.
He played. I had him on my.
Listen, D-Hop is a great receiver.
Yeah, but he was playing hurt.
Is a year older, so
but yo, Cap, son, the first year when he got traded to Arizona, he was cooking all year, and obviously there was a drop off this year. The drop off was
he wasn't
healthy all year. Yeah, he wasn't healthy all year.
He's been hurt.
You know how these players are, man. They don't give a fuck. Like, especially him, he got mad ego.
I bet he would have ate with Kirk Cousins.
I don't know.
Not if he was hurt.
We're gonna
move on to a better quarterback, maybe better than Kirk. I don't know if in Cap ass, but
Russell. There's two more quarterbacks we should talk about.
I said Cousins stay, but they should pack his ass up. That's what I said.
Okay, Russell Wilson. We already know that his time with Seattle should be up.
His time is very limited.
It ain't a matter of staying. Is if he goes and when he goes, where is he going? I say he going, and I see him going to the weak ass Commanders. But you got it.
Damn, I like that. I mean, he's gone. Hold on.
Gave y'all my whole spill about Russell Wilson to the Commanders. Ron Rivera, support the troops, patriotism.
Yeah,
changed the
sounds about right.
I like it, man. Russell to the Commanders so he could fucking drop his fucking corny ass fucking Sierra fucking jizz futures fucking kids all over John and Kev, because John and Kev were fucking convinced, and I think till this moment are still convinced that Russell's gonna go play for the Giants. So yeah, he's gone. He's going to the Commanders.
Damn.
I'm writing everybody.
Listen, time out. I'm a fan. I love Russ. There was a rumor a couple of years ago that he was going to make his way to the Giants. When did I ever promote he's going to be a G-man? I only spoke about that rumor from a few years ago. I never promoted. Who have I been promoting way more?
Your boy Kev did. He's not here to defend himself, but your boy Kev is.
Yo, Johnny, me and you have
all right,
had
that's
this
him. But
conversation.
Ed, tell the truth. Who did I promote more to come to my team, even though I don't think it's gonna happen?
Man.
All right,
Yeah.
that's someone I promoted more this year, even though I don't think it's gonna happen. But I was like, shit, you want to take us down to that stadium? Pull up.
Okay,
but
so John, since you jumped out there, Russell Wilson, we all know he going. Where he going?
Yeah,
Russell Wilson?
Yeah.
Say it, pussy.
He's going to the Saints. They're gonna be mad.
So
Saints
I ain't
not
gonna be mad. I ain't gonna be mad. I don't
care. I don't give a fuck.
Look. I know Cap wants that to happen, but the Saints, Broncos are gonna be contenders for these QBs that we're talking about. They're gonna be contenders.
The Broncos gonna draft that kid from Pittsburgh.
Saints is a fitting place for him, guy. You know,
I'm just saying those are gonna be teams that's gonna be in the competition. I know
if
other
AK
teams
beating up niggas still.
But you talking about teams that's gonna be high in the draft that they can draft a quarterback for the cheap instead of paying one of these guys.
Mr. Unlimited.
No, I'm just saying the Broncos do got a good defense. They've always been a quarterback away from a decent playoff run. I'm not gonna say going to the Super Bowl.
And they're gonna draft the quarterback early and get a cheap option.
Well, the fact that Russell Wilson is available, that's something that they're gonna look into. What else? Russell Wilson. Who else you brought up? Oh, I'm still talking about Russell Wilson. Saints is probably out of the teams available is the best fit. Obviously, they had that QB scramble where they they didn't have James got knocked out early. Then there was Taysom Hill. Then he got hurt. Then they had like two other QBs. I don't think it was Simeon one time.
Simeon, yeah.
It was another QB the other time.
No, he's going.
Don't sleep on the Saints. The Saints is more. If they don't get a quarterback, they're probably gonna blow their team up. But they're more like in the ready of right now. If they get that like a Russell Wilson or a quarterback on that caliber, the bad man, they might do some damage. So the Saints is a sleeper. And wasn't that one of his choices? They said Russell Wilson's choices.
Saints was one of his.
It was another team. That was speculation, but that was the speculation rumor. But that's
Drew, where you got Russell Wilson going?
I got two. I got two teams that he might go. He might go to. I like the Commanders and I also like the Saints. I like both of those two destinations.
So you stick with one because I got everybody else.
Because
I stick to one because I'm gonna read this in the future.
I go with Saints then. I go with Saints.
Right. And we know Cap got him with the Commanders. And last up, Aaron Rodgers, MVP on the move.
So bad, man. But
I have him staying in Green Bay. So
word
Broncos.
Eddie, where you got?
I'll follow that. He's staying. He ain't going nowhere.
Drew,
I got Broncos.
Cap.
Did they pay Devontae Adams yet?
Not yet.
Then no, I think he's going.
Where's he going?
At this point, Devontae Adams, I think if you don't sign an extension from here to free agency, we'll be touching free agency.
Okay, they franchise tag Devontae?
That I don't know.
He's not gonna sign that though.
I think they tweaked the franchise tag rules.
Okay.
But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Since
the Le'Veon Bell situation, I think they tweaked it.
Where is he going to go? I think he's going to go spend some time in Florida. He's going to go to Miami.
No, I don't like that.
I want to see that, but I think depending on what Aaron Rodgers does, the bad man, I think he's going to follow him. So.
All right. Before we get to
John, sorry, where did you land?
Oh, I think the bad man goes. I didn't say we're talking about Adams. Where he'll go, endless opportunities, but where I think he might end up to fuck the world up is in the Bay Area, them 49ers, and he might
come back home.
Everything up because the bad man with that defense, that's going to be trouble for the league.
Defense and offense, but we're going to see. AP in trouble.
The offense is not in the conversation. You get the bad man in that offense. Right. You don't talk about that. I'm just saying the mix of putting him in there with their defense the bad man Aaron Rodgers with Debo, and if Devontae Adams follows up,
what if he go to Tampa Bay?
He could do that too, but I don't think nobody want to be on like, oh, let me follow what Brady did. I ain't trying to follow up on Brady. I don't think no QB trying to do that. They trying to create their own shit.
Yeah, not nobody of Aaron caliber gonna follow right behind and be a place filler for
But Brady. You never know. You can't put it past nobody. You never know. But
you know what's crazy? Matthew Stafford spent 12 years in Detroit. And he has just as many Super Bowl wins as Aaron Rodgers. So
don't. My brother's been letting me hear that shit for a couple of
talk about bad
hours
man.
Now.
But he ain't got. But Matthew Stafford only got how many offensive players of the week? 3. How many MVPs? 0. Fuck Matthew Stafford. He eating. We'll get to that later. But lastly, pray for the Peterson family. AP and his family, his wife had a situation
on the airplane.
On the airplane, domestic situation. So we just gonna pray for them, pray for the family, make sure everything good.
His kid with a switch at an arcade,
something like that. He had a situation like that. But let's get into the Super Bowl, man.
You are too famous.
One of the biggest holidays of the year, Super Bowl Sunday.
Word.
It was late. Y'all want to go through the game? How y'all want to do this? How we go dissect?
I mean, you want to
fell asleep.
I can give you a quick breakdown and then we can
go ahead. Break it down.
All right, so opening drive, Rams go down, score their first touchdown to OBJ. So shout out to anybody who had OBJ with the first touchdown.
I had that by the place because I couldn't mix it with my parlay.
2,500. So if $10 bet would have won you 250. I did not do that, but I know several people that did. The Bengals go right back down. Evan McPherson does tie the game up. Final score of the first quarter was 3-7. And then Bengals end up getting the ball back in the second quarter, march it down. Joe Mixon becomes the 5th player to non-quarterback to throw a touchdown in a Super Bowl. Obviously, that pass in the back of the end zone to T. Higgins. Speaking of T. Higgins, deep ball, Joe Burrow lays one up. It's one-on-one, Jalen Ramsey versus T. Higgins, and that will bring up another discussion that we will talk about a little bit later today when it comes to reviewing all touchdowns, all scores. Decap's really, really firm on it, and I have some rebuttals, but, I agree with you. Big face mask on Jalen Ramsey, questionable, but obviously still counts as a touchdown. Game looked like it was going to big momentum. Stafford throws an interception right after. The Bengals were only able to get away with 3 after that, not being able to punch it in. OBJ does get hurt in this game too, so I don't want to say that they became one-dimensional, but Stafford and Cooper Kupp, that connection that they have breakfast every morning, breakfast buddies, breakfast club. A couple of no-look passes from Stafford looking good. And the game went right down to the fucking wire, right down to the nitty-gritty, right down to the end with a late touchdown from Cooper Kupp back of the end zone. 4th and 1. Questionable call on 3rd and 1, though, with a run play from Samaje Perine. Not Joe Mixon, the guy that got you there.
Well, before that, Tyler Boyd had missed a pass, being scary and shit.
Right. Tyler Boyd heard the footsteps, dropped one. I had Tyler Boyd to score 2 touchdowns. I should have went with T. Higgins. I don't know why the fuck I did that. I would have fucking hit. Doesn't matter.
And you didn't mention the Cooper Kupp. They called the holding on the linebacker.
Well, I'm gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that when we get to the
No, just like you mentioned that, you gotta mention that.
Oh no, I will. Okay, fine, right. So again, Rams do get one back though. Even though it was a horrible missed call. It was a horrible missed call because that was not a holding on Cooper Kupp. But what I will mention is that there was a blatant on the right guard and right tackle. I'm not making excuses on anyone. Right guard, right tackle, not making excuses for the Bengals, were clearly in the backfield before the play even fucking started. It was a clear false start. Those penalties would have offset. It would have been a replay 3rd down, and God knows what the fuck would have happened. Then rewatch the play, Cap. Don't look at me like that. Rewatch the play. We'll talk about it. So obviously when it comes down to the nitty gritty, 4th and 1.
Before you move forward, did that false start, them coming off on the edge, did that make a difference of that play?
I mean, it was.
No. Did it make a difference in that play?
Did it make a difference in the play? No, but they
all
called
right,
a
keep going.
flag. No, time out. But they called a flag that gave them a fresh set of downs that got them a touchdown. No.
On what call though? What
on
was the call?
On the pass interference.
Okay, all right, keep going.
But there was a false start. Those penalties would have offset. No.
No.
Right or wrong? No. Time out. I do want
to
false start.
The false start would have came first. The false start
would have came first. So then you would have been looking at what, Cap? If false start would have came first, what would you be looking at? There'd be no pass interference.
Johnny, you understand what I'm saying to you, right?
But there'd be no pass interference.
No? That's my point. That's what I'm saying. That's why I asked you, did the false start change that play? No, it didn't.
But if there was a false start,
no, but what he said if they would have got the false start, that would have pushed them back. So then the play would have never happened. So we don't know what would have happened after the false start.
That's
I get what Dev is saying, and that's my whole point. That yes, they didn't call it, but it didn't have anything to do with what happened in the play after the play started. That's
right, and it wasn't a holding. But again, I'll give the Rams that they got one back. They got one back. They deserve to get one back, but they got two back in that play. They got two back. Okay. They were allowed to have one back. They got two back.
Okay.
Just saying. But then the Rams were able to get a third one. I watched multiple angles. And again, I'm not discrediting anything. I'm not making excuses for the Bengals, even though I had money on them. They covered, so I was able to cash out early after I saw T. Higgins catch that second touchdown. I was like, I'm fucking out of this bet. I don't want to do this anymore. But it appeared, there are screenshots. We can put them right here. It appeared Aaron Donald lined up way the fuck offsides, but was able to get there on 4th and 1. Even though Jamar Chase, you can put this clip in there too. That's still in there too.
Open,
Ramsey was on the ground. Jamar Chase was wide the fuck open. Definitely would have changed the game.
On the floor?
Because he probably got fucking cooked. He got.
You said, hold on.
He got that.
You said probably, okay.
He definitely got cooked. Ramsey was holding on every fucking play. I don't want to get into it. But we're going to talk about it.
No, but he's saying on that play, we don't know what could have happened. He could have threw Ramsey.
We don't know what could have happened, but he definitely got hemmed.
Johnny, the narrative is Jalen. We all see the picture with Jalen on the floor. Okay. Run the whole tape like you told me before.
I do want to run the whole tape. I would love to run the whole tape.
Okay.
I'd love to run the whole tape. Anyway, either way, penalties would have all set anyway because Aaron Donald was offsides. So it was clear Aaron Donald was a little offsides, and I watched it several times. Clearly offsides, lining up on the opposite side of the ball, but sacks Joe Burrow to end the game, puts the ring on it. Cooper Kupp, Super Bowl MVP. Matthew Stafford finally gets his ring after 12 years of suffering. The only person to make it out of Detroit, except for him and maybe Eminem, maybe Kid Rock, I guess, to make it out of the Michigan, be a champion, put a fucking belt on, get his Super Bowl. And yeah, final score of that game was 20-23 in favor of the Rams. And now there are a shitload of bandwagon Rams fans that did not exist prior to this game.
Of course, that's what's gonna come.
Y'all gonna stop disrespecting Michigan, man. Michigan got.
Oh no! I'm saying there's a lot of Stafford fans there, including.
No, I don't think someone will have later. Cap's talking about this other people that came out of Detroit. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah, Gerald Ford.
Other names you named, he's saying there's more people that came from Detroit.
I named 3. Can you name 2 more at least?
Out of Michigan, do you know who the greatest? You know who the
Tom Brady. Okay, but he only went to college there.
You know who the greatest boxer is?
Who? In your opinion?
No,
Floyd.
Right now, living.
Floyd.
Where's he from?
Floyd?
He's from there, yeah.
He's from Michigan? That's why he can't read.
You know who the greatest women's boxer is? You know where she's from?
Layla.
No, Clarissa. Michigan.
Explains it all?
Oh my God, you don't know who Clarissa Shields is?
I don't know who that is.
You know what?
I don't know who that is.
No, we don't know who you're talking about.
Oh, y'all bugging.
I know who Clarissa Shields is.
I don't know who that is.
Okay, it's Matthew Stafford, it's Eminem, it's Kid Rock. That's it.
I thought you were gonna say Jalen Rose.
I'm gonna give you Floyd.
I was gonna say the whole Fab Five.
Yeah, but they went to college there. They didn't grow up there.
Jalen from there. Jalen from there. I know Jalen for sure.
Yeah, he got Molly's fucking.
And they
divorced.
Chris Webber from Michigan too?
They did?
Yeah, they divorced.
What's up, Molly?
Yeah, General filed for divorce.
Yeah. Yo, so we got a loser. We got a loser coming to the door. Yo, put this loser on camera.
All right, let's do this. All right, cool.
You can sit down for.
You can sit down.
No, hold on.
Dev, do the introduction and let him go.
Nah, hold on. Before you even say anything.
Okay.
Justin, you texted me and you said last year Cooper Kupp wasn't a top 15 wide receiver until Stafford got there. That's what you told me?
Yeah, you're wilding. Yeah. That's crazy.
What are you talking about?
Cooper had a great season last year.
No, what are you talking about?
And the year before that,
breakout year. But nobody is considered him an established wide receiver.
That's bullshit.
What?
Hello, can somebody please defend me?
Nobody.
Can somebody?
I remember.
No homo. No homo. And been riding his dick the last 3-4 seasons.
Real quick.
He's been in the league.
I've been saying Cooper Kupp was the lead since rookie year. I drafted him. Rookie year.
And too.
But
me too.
Mm-hmm.
The whole world slept on him.
Not me.
But okay, but niggas was awoke last season though. Definitely niggas was awoke.
I don't know. I don't think so. It looks way different this year. I'll tell you that much.
Of course they winners, nigga. They won the Super Bowl. Of course it looked
he broke every record.
And Robert Woods wasn't hurt.
Mm-hmm.
He broke every record. Oh my God! Don't even remind me.
Imagine when they had Cooks that season. When they had Cooks too, they
probably threw 5 touchdowns in the Super Bowl.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Let me ask you a question, Eddie.
Mm-hmm.
Since you've met me, what was my team?
The Commanders currently, but formerly.
Thank you.
Dev, since you met me, what was my team?
The Skins.
Drew, since you met me, what was my team?
The football team.
Listen.
Exactly. Yo, you got 3 teams. I see where you're going with it.
You said you got 3 teams.
You see how they all saying it? They said it before I said it. You got 3 teams.
Listen.
You got 3
everybody
teams.
knows Marshawn Lynch, my favorite player of all time.
Yep.
You have
I
never.
Didn't know that. I did not know
never.
That.
Dev, did you know that, Dev?
Yeah, we all agree. I agree.
Yeah, we all know that.
So, have you ever heard me claim the Buffalo Bills
or the Seahawks?
The Seahawks
or the Raiders?
The Raiders?
Nah,
not
never.
once.
You can't talk, Dev. You got like 5 football teams.
Yeah, that's facts.
So what are we talking about here? Hold on.
One thing, listen. You can say, you can say all you want, but player fans are the worst fucking fans in the world.
Yeah, Drew.
I guess.
Player fans, because you have no loyalty to nothing. Once your player is done, what do you do? What do you do as a fan?
Yeah,
I retire.
You jump on another. You jump on another player.
I
retire,
bro. Player fans.
I've never seen a player like Stafford.
I'm still rocking with Baltimore.
I'm rocking with Stafford.
Fuck all that.
Can we get
Ray
into
Lewis is retired and all that. I'm still rocking with Baltimore. Say that shit.
He ain't a Hall of Famer though.
Yeah, okay. He's a Hall of Famer. Let's get to
Stafford's a Hall of Famer now.
I was going to listen. So listen. Here's the situation.
Should we just let him go?
No. So Richard Sherman, I'm gonna give Richard Sherman said that Matt Stafford hasn't had a Hall of Fame career. Yes, he's a champion now, but he hasn't. That's why I say he hasn't won. No, he don't have any awards. He don't have any stats. He never won. He won Offensive Player of the Year 3 times. No, Offensive Player of the Week 3 times in his career. Offensive Player of the Week, not Offensive Player of the Month.
So?
Not MVP. He ain't been in the MVP race ever. So when it comes to accolades and you build up the resume, Richard Sherman is saying, if you look at Matthew Stafford resume as a whole, he don't have a Hall of Fame career. Now, it's a lot of niggas in the Hall that I don't even know and shit like that. So I think he can make it to the Hall of Fame. But if you look at his resume entirely, he don't have a Hall of Fame resume right now as a QB.
I think I could shut that down easily.
Go ahead. Talk your shit.
Hands down. First thing first, my man's the fastest 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, and by next year's 50, 4 yards away, 1,000 passing yards.
Okay.
That's
Justin,
one. We don't get that out the way.
Justin.
And clearly, hold on. And clearly, he showed instantly. Not many QBs do it.
Mm-hmm.
Soon as he got a team, Super Bowl.
Yeah, I will say what Kev would say. Hold on. Let you finish. But Kev would say that the Rams went to the Super Bowl, did lose, But these are the things that the Stafford completed that passed the Cooper Cup against Tampa.
And let's get to this.
Goff would not.
How many good QBs y'all know had a good running back? My man's best running back is arguably Reggie Bush or Darrell Henderson.
Listen.
So before y'all talk about throwing, he has to throw the ball.
He had DeAndre last year.
He has to let the gun go.
Yeah.
Justin.
And I think I got some more stats too, real quick.
Hold on. Justin. If you was having to pick one to go to the Hall of Fame, just say Stafford or this person. Drew Brees.
I guess. Actually, I guess.
Peyton Manning.
That man ain't win a bowl since fucking Bounty Hunt.
Listen.
Let's get to that.
Listen.
I think my man Stafford would have more than one ring if he already played for a good team.
Can you just answer my question? Peyton Manning.
Payne got it. Brees skeptical. Payne got it though. Who?
Aaron Rodgers.
Hell fucking no.
You don't think Aaron
Rodgers is trash.
Real quick, Matthew Stafford is 12th all-time in passing yards currently. He could pass John Elway if he decides to play another year. Rumors are he may or may not retire.
You know what? You know why I don't like talking about stats when we talk about quarterbacks? Because I don't want to bring him up because I know Dev don't like him and they got beef or whatever. But the one thing that Scott would always say, and he wasn't wrong when he used to say it, was when it comes to stats, Tony Romo was
don't compare Tony Romo stats.
Was a great listen. When you talk about stats, Tony Romo was a great quarterback. Do I think he was a good quarterback? Decent, but he was not great. But he had good stats.
And Tony Romo would have won with this team. He would have won with the Rams.
Real quick, what if I told you that Matthew Stafford has to play 2 full more seasons and have at least 30 touchdowns in both of these next 2 seasons to pass Eli Manning to become the number 10 all-time in touchdowns?
That's fine.
Stafford got yards, but he also
got yards. He ain't got the TDs.
That's fine. I don't give a damn about that.
The TDs is only going.
We're gonna talk about the results.
The TDs is only gonna climb up the more you play.
And then we can get to this. I don't know if y'all can see this. I'm gonna just read it out loud.
No, we can't. What is that?
It says 24.1 points allowed by Lions in Stafford starts. Second highest for a QB all time with one team. Do y'all know what that means?
Listen,
so before y'all say Aaron Rodgers,
hold on, but you can't use that,
Brees,
Justin. You can't use that after you just said that Stafford got to the Rams and now he won. Yeah, because
that proves
the Rams,
my point.
No, it doesn't, because the Rams have Jalen Ramsey, Von Miller,
great defense.
That sounds like he needed that. That sounds like he needed that.
But you can't use. Well, he had a bad defense, and then he gets the fucking best defense in the world.
He deserves it.
I'm not saying he doesn't.
Justin, what he's saying is, again, to compare, you got when he was with the Lions, one of the worst teams in the league. He came to the best team in the league. So, granted, Jared Goff couldn't get him over the hump, but Jared Goff was good enough with that team to get them to the Super Bowl. So Matt Stafford don't have to be too much better to win the Super Bowl with a team constructed that way. You put Russell Wilson on that fucking team. You don't think they're gonna win?
No, Russell Wilson is not better.
You don't think they No. I didn't even say that. I'm saying Russell Wilson.
Think about saying
Hold on.
I'm
just saying if you put Russell Wilson on that team, although I think I would take Russell before I take Matt. If you put Russell on that team right now, you don't think they're gonna win the Super Bowl?
No.
Yo,
no.
Just.
And I'll tell you what, Stafford would have never threw that pick. He would have never threw that pick in the Super Bowl. Right, that's your quarterback, not mine.
But listen.
Never threw that pick.
Listen, the week before, Stafford looked shaky in that fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
What are you talking about?
Almost lost the game.
He almost lost the game this week as well.
Nah. They almost lost that game. He dropped. They dropped the ball. That second pick shouldn't even be a second pick. They dropped the ball.
You said second
pick.
I
saw that.
You said second pick though.
Yeah, the first pick that was a bad pass. It happened.
He
threw 9 TDs in the postseason.
Who did they play?
41 TDs for the season.
Justin, who did they play the week before?
You know who they played the week before.
I want you to tell me.
The 49ers.
What's the kid's name? The safety. What did he say?
Oh, you talking about that bum that dropped the ball? Shout outs to him.
Who threw him the ball?
He dropped the ball. Oh well. It happens.
Listen, I'm gonna be completely honest.
Right, he missed the basket catch though.
Listen.
All I'm saying that was Marcus May.
That was Tart, right? When that Tart
interception. Tart.
Listen, I'm not a Stafford
hater. Nobody hates.
I'm not a Stafford hater, but you went from having a C- quarterback to a B+, A- quarterback.
He's not a B+. He's an A+. We're not gonna get to that. And you know damn well, if he got Cooper Kupp the record this year or whatever, all of them should triple crown. What do you have, like 1,900 receiving yards, even though 17 games. Now, what do you think he'll do to Devontae Adams? What do you think he'll do to Devontae Adams? How many yards do you think Devontae Adams will have? That man will have like fucking 2,500 yards in a season.
What is your point?
Because I know my point is Stafford is better than all these quarterbacks. He ain't never had. If he had a Michael Thomas, he would have been had a ring with that Saints defense behind, especially.
Quit.
And the Packers defense was top 5. And let's not forget, the Packers also had top 5 O-lines. You could check the last few years.
And he
got a good running back.
Aaron Rodgers played hero ball in that. And
hold on, Eddie, be quiet.
Go, please.
Justin, you a Detroit fan, right?
No,
I'm a Matthew Stafford fan.
Nah, he's been.
What year did Matthew Stafford get to the Lions?
You said what?
What year did Matthew Stafford get to the Lions?
2009. Are you kidding me?
What year did Calvin retire?
He retired in 2015.
2015. So how many years did he get to play with Stafford?
How many what?
How many years did he get to play with Stafford?
6.
6, yeah.
How many times did they make it out the?
They lost to the Saints the year when he threw it to when he threw 41 TDs that year, and it was just them two. And that was the same year the Saints won the ball.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a catch.
Is Calvin top 3, top 4, top 5 wide receivers of all time?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you give me an A+ quarterback, arguably top 5 all-time wide receivers. I ain't even make it to the Super Bowl.
With no running back, no defense, I don't expect it. No O-line, I don't expect it.
So stop saying that he did
bad organization, I don't expect it.
So stop saying he did something special this year when he got the everything else. He literally got A+ defense, A+ coaching,
he proved
organization.
My point. He proved my point. He'd have had more than 1 ring already. Imagine if he had a good.
What was proved that if you are a little bit better than Jared Goff and you go to the Rams, you were gonna win the Super Bowl.
I don't think so. So what are y'all gonna say when he repeats next year?
If this team is assembled, if the team is assembled the way it is,
they better repeat next year. Are you kidding me?
If they are assembled the way they are, then yes, I expect them to be there again.
So why none of y'all had the Rams win the Super Bowl coming into the season, but me then? If that's the case,
I'm an underdog. I go with the underdog.
Every preseason, who am I gonna say is gonna win the Super Bowl?
No. I don't give a damn. But you're gonna be real about that on the side as well.
But again, Rams
did not really think the Rams was gonna win. Don't do that.
Rams was in everybody's power rankings.
You got
it was.
Listen, the Rams have the best player in the league.
The Rams have who?
The best player in the league. And Johnny, I know you're still standing right there. I'll say this.
The best player in the league. The best player in the league is the quarterback.
No,
the best player in the league is
Aaron Donald.
Nah, I don't know about that. I get it. Y'all pro defense. I get it. Y'all pro defense. But Stafford, they don't had no chip if Stafford.
I'll tell y'all this all the time. There's not one person you can put in Aaron Donald's position that does everything Aaron Donald does. You can insert Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson. It's all these other names you could name as what quarterback.
How dare y'all not mention my man Pat, Baby Goat?
You can't say that.
Listen, Baby Goat.
You acting like he's the all-time greatest defensive player in the world.
I would argue.
I would argue.
There's plenty great. And if you're naming great, because I see where you're going when you name like Tom Brady and shit like that, you're naming greats. So I can name great defensive players too.
But I'm saying right now, you cannot tell me somebody that you can put in Aaron Donald. The closest is a TJ Watt, but he's on the outside. The other closest is Khalil, but Khalil don't do what Aaron Donald do neither on the inside.
Yeah, he's defensive tackle.
And that's my point. Aaron Donald is a defensive tackle, but he get the same stats as a Myles Garrett, a TJ Watt, guys on the outside.
They had what, 7 sacks in the Super Bowl?
Yeah, they had 7. He had 7 or 8.
I think they got more than 7.
I know they tied the record.
Majority that was in the second half.
They tied the record of most sacks in a game. The game came down to 2 plays by Aaron Donald. That
one in which he lined up offside.
But again, but those 2 plays came down to Aaron Donald. What I'm saying is, we speaking, talking shit. Your man's got the ring. Congratulations. But 7 sacks. But again, if it wasn't for those 2 plays, I know you were shook because we seen Bengals in this spot all throughout the playoffs. They were set up. They were set up to win that fucking game if it wasn't for Aaron Donald doing what he was doing.
If it wasn't for a running play called on 3rd and 2.
Can we also applaud the fact that my man's did without no Higbee, no Odell?
Who's Higbee?
Robert Woods. Tight end.
Higbee.
Tyler Higbee.
No, I know exactly who Tyler Higbee is.
All the time.
Talking to literally someone who researches every tight end. Higbee was on my team forever. I believed in Higbee because I thought he would be the TJ Hawkinson in LA that Stafford had in Detroit. Do you know who he didn't look for all fucking season? Tyler fucking Higbee. So don't fucking give me that he had no Higbee. Higbee is not a guy. He is not a guy.
Could you imagine if they had Robert Woods too? Could you imagine if they had Robert Woods too?
Oh, okay, cool. You had fucking Odell.
Doesn't even matter.
I've been being quiet because you've been proving my point. Yeah, what if they have Robert Woods?
But you saying imagine it. Yes, I can imagine it because look, all the people that you saying that they got already, like imagine it. So now imagine taking Matt Stafford out of that and put Russell Wilson in there.
Oh yeah,
I can't. I don't think he'll do anything.
Nah, you're wilding, dude.
See,
I'm not saying. Speaking as you want to play the Imagine game. You want to play the Imagine game. Imagine if Stafford was playing on the Seahawks. You don't want to play that Imagine game.
Especially with LOB. Because the Seahawks are falling apart internally.
Especially with LOB. Hold on. So
my man's brought the Lions to the playoffs. I don't think Russell Wilson could do that.
Listen, Justin. Be honest with yourself. You think Stafford moves in the pocket better than Russell Wilson?
No,
he can't believe that.
Okay,
he's definitely more clutch.
All right, but no. Listen. You just said if my man's was on the Seahawks, Russell Wilson be running for his fucking life. If Stafford is back there, he's getting sacked a lot more than Russell Wilson.
No, that's not happening.
What's the difference?
It's not happening.
Let's put
My man's decision making is way better. And he threw a no look in the clutch drive. I know you've seen it. No look.
That was a really, really good play for
Russell Wilson. Will never.
It was dope.
I will give that to you. I will give that to you. But
Russell Wilson will never bring the Lions to the playoffs ever.
Since we're doing the role reversal.
Let's not forget.
Okay, but since we're doing the role reversal,
but they lost to the Seahawks. I ain't gonna lie, they lost to the Seahawks. They wasn't even supposed to be there when they lost to the Seahawks in that playoff.
If Joe Burrow was on the fucking Rams, the Rams would have still won with Joe
That's what
Burrow.
I'm saying. Let's put Matthew Stafford with that offensive line with the same weapons that he had. And that was a healthy offensive line, healthy offensive weapons that he had between Jamar, Tyler, and fucking what's his name came back, Uzama came back, and Mixon. Let's put Stafford in the position where he has to go up against Von Miller, Jalen Ramsey, Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald lines up offsides and then sacks Matthew Stafford.
Eddie, where did you get that picture from?
It'll be
Twitter.
You wanna know why?
That's a false narrative.
Hold on, what you say, Justin?
If you swap, I still think Matthew Stafford would have won that game. You want to know why? Because he has a running back. Stafford never had a good running back. Aaron Rodgers had Aaron Jones. Tom Brady at least had Leonard Fournette. Who else you want? Russell Wilson had Marshawn. Oh my God! I swear to God, you don't even want to know what Matthew Stafford would do with Marshawn Lynch. All that throwing the ball all day, he wouldn't even have to throw the ball.
All I'm saying,
and he's a closer.
You just in a team like the Rams, just speaking solely on the Rams, on a team like the Rams, Matthew Stafford is definitely better than Jared Goff, right? There's a lot of QBs that's better than Jared Goff. That's better than Jared Goff. You plug them in, they will still do the same thing because of how elite of a team that Rams team is, especially that defense. That's all I'm saying.
I could tell you why. I could tell you why I disagree.
Wait, quick thing. What I'll say is, I think there's a few QBs that you could plug in, and you would have put them on the Rams. It would be a guaranteed title. I don't think it's a lot of QBs because at the end of the day, Stafford may not have the numbers.
I can name 5.
Yeah, I think that might be a legit a 5.
No, I'm saying anybody that you think better than Jared Goff.
No,
can win that season.
You know why? No, why? Because I'm not gonna lie, there might be a good 15. No, quick thing.
They don't beat like that.
Yeah, quick thing. There might be like 15. It might be 15 to 20 QBs better than Goff. But what I'll say is, at least Stafford may not have the numbers, but in the fourth quarter, when the game is on the line, he has showed up throughout his whole career. So he just passed Matt Ryan for game-winning drives. He has 50. He's as of right now, Stafford is top. I believe he's in the top 10.
8 drives away from passing Peyton Manning, and he's number 1 current in the NFL right now since 2009 in game-winning drives. So let's talk about that.
Give me the other angle.
Let's talk about that.
That's the problem.
I've been watching that. Can we
look at the other angle?
Yeah, but
you're watching the right side.
I hear you, John. I hear
the
you,
left
John.
side of the field.
But I'm saying, for my point is, like, I
what
know
doesn't matter.
There's some QBs that put up great numbers at things, but at the end of the day, Stafford may not.
That's bullshit.
He has the talent and he has the clutch factor. We know.
I don't like the numbers. A lot of niggas be deceived by the numbers. I'm just saying, playing the game, play by play on the game. You take whoever you think better than Jared Goff. Whoever right now, you pop a QB out that you think better. Y'all brought up Joe Burrow. You swap Joe Burrow wins the Super Bowl. You put fucking Patrick Mahomes
I don't think Joe Burrow wins it. I like him. I
don't think he wins it.
Because he would because of that fucking defense.
No, I understand that, but I'm saying as a QB, you still gotta make that play. He's clutch. I can't say it's not clutch. It's year 1. You gotta.
That's the other way. We gotta look at the other way around.
John, you saying year 1 and he's in the Super Bowl,
but you gotta see the other angle.
That's dope.
With an overachieving team.
I got you.
With no O-line,
good this year.
No O-line,
amazing.
No, but the O-line was horrible.
It was. I'll give you that.
My man's made quicker decisions.
He got smacked the entire season. Smacked the entire playoffs. Now you put him in front of a good O-line where he ain't got to worry about getting knocked the fuck out like the Rams have. They give him time in the pocket. How come he can't pull off one with the Rams?
You heard that? I understand your point, but I don't like. All respect to Joe Burrow. He's gonna be a great quarterback. He did something amazing this season, but we gotta let for him. It's too early to play the swap with him because it's only been 1 year. Because this could be his 1 year, and he can never, for the rest of his career, never reach this point.
The only reason why I'm doing the swap, John, is because I've seen what Joe Burrow was able to do.
No, I understand that.
With everything against him, what he was able to pull off, and being smacked a million times. I think he got the most sacks in the fucking playoffs.
When they beat the Titans, he got sacked 9 times. Yes.
So he's been sacked the most in the playoffs. So with his ability to still be resilient after getting smacked all these times. So I'm just saying, I'm only speaking clearly on the swap because the Rams have a offensive line that gives Matthew. Not only is Matthew Stafford can make those plays, but he has time. He has time back there. So you put Joe Burrow, who's still not even proven yet, but based on what we seen, the micro part that we seen, you put him in front of that line and have a defense that can keep him off the field the same way Matt Stafford. It can give him a better
advantage. Yes,
that's all I'm saying.
It'll give him better advantage, but I don't agree Joe Burrow be one of the QBs that you could just plot him. That's what I'm saying. But what was your 5 QBs? I know my list of QBs.
But real quick. Let me just add this in there, right? Because when you say things like this, the swapping game, but then you don't mention the fact that a lot of these QBs, when they're in big moments, they choke like Aaron Rodgers, which is why I never cared about them 4-time MVP accolades. I know for a fact. If Matthew Stafford was QB this year, and they would have never lost to the 49ers. Not with Devontae Adams out there and Aaron Jones running back with that top O-line and that top defense. At home, you're crazy.
But the Niners be smacking on the Rams for them Like they've been smacking on the Rams.
No, I wish you was right next to me because the last game of the season, when they lost, I literally told John that was a chess move because they could have won that game, but they didn't want Aaron Rodgers to get an easy slate to the conference championship off that bye week. I knew they was gonna play.
Yeah, you got it, Josh.
I knew he was gonna send them home.
You the Zen master because I ain't see that. I saw they got the ass.
I swear to God, you guys, John. I said that. I said that was a chess move. I told John when we was up 17-3 when we was cooking them. I was like, yo, they gonna let them win because I kind of want them to play.
If somebody else would have said that, I would believe it. But because you such a super fan and an eater, I don't believe it. I'm sorry.
I can show you screenshots.
I know you said. I could believe you said it, but you're an eater, so I don't believe you. Really mean it.
I don't know about that eating shit, but yeah.
I'm just saying. But congratulations to your team.
Yo, Ed, what's your 5 QBs?
Go ahead.
My 5 QBs.
Let's win. Let's keep moving, man, because we don't.
I don't really. Yeah, I'm.
Go ahead, Ed. No, Ed. Go. No, give me a QB.
Maybe 5. We're wrapping it up. That way we can move on to the second. This is just the wrap. We're not going to debate the 5 QBs.
No, we're not going to debate.
You 5 QBs put in the situation that.
Put on the Rams right now. Will they win the Super Bowl?
Put on the Rams with that team.
Yeah,
again, he's retired now, but Tom Brady is one.
But name QBs that played this season. Tom Brady played. So you can say
Tom Brady is one.
Okay.
Of course.
Patrick Mahomes is 2. Josh Allen is 3.
Okay.
As bad as he had a season, Lamar Jackson is 4.
Lamar Jackson. Lamar's a little questionable. I don't know if he can make the.
It's a little questionable, but I think he could.
But all right, that's 4.
That's
you know how scary it is to have those pieces with Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
I would say that because.
He's nowhere near.
I'm just saying he's so dangerous.
He's not a better quarterback than.
No, but I'm just saying
his ability. Yeah, right.
That's 4. Exactly. Who's the 5th one, Ed?
And the last one is Zach Wilson.
All right,
no, last one's Aaron Rodgers, obviously.
Josh, congratulations to your team. Congratulations to Matt. Man, I hope y'all niggas be ass next season because you make me hate the Rams. So. Thank you.
I want you to hate us, but at the same time, make sure you don't ever forget to put respect on this man.
I got you.
Never we'll be back next year.
All right, you got
Love you guys, man.
All right, Dan. All right, man. Super Bowl talk, NFL pickups, man. That was
we didn't even really break down everything.
Super Bowl. We had the halftime show. It was great.
Yeah,
right.
I thought so was great. Yes.
Great.
I felt like they played the hits. I liked how everybody got on 50. I will say one thing about 50. I don't want no smoke from 50, but when he did the upside down shit, his 50 chain was upside down, and that 5 looked like a 2. So I was like, damn, son, he lost 48 cents. Like he's zero. He's 2 cents.
They were saying he looked like a $4 and shit.
Yeah, but they were fat shaming him.
He looked bigger,
No, he's still big.
They really were, but ain't nobody fat shaming fucking Mary.
Mary ain't look fat. She was thick as hell.
Yeah, she ain't look fat. She had that dumper.
Halftime show was amazing.
Mary Slugger, what you say yesterday, John? You was talking about Eminem. You said they said that Eminem's "Lose Yourself" is the.
That's something. One of the memes that popped out. They said Eminem's "Lose Yourself" was Eminem's "Lose Yourself" to white people is to what dreams and
nightmares to black people.
I felt like that was one of the funniest
shits. Speaking of so also I just want to quickly go back to 50. Like obviously they did a rehearsal and 50 was hanging upside down. Like shout out to the dude that was like, nah, 50, you look good. Like what an asshole. Like this is what happens when you surround yourself around yes men.
I'm not gonna hold you. Everybody judging it. He looked like a whole monster. Like he a player.
Shout out to the nigga who put that shit together. It was like, damn, this nigga, I gotta lift this big nigga. And make sure he don't fall.
It's just it's also super funny to me.
That, you gotta say for that 3 weeks.
It's the way the hip hop is that you think about the legends of music, right? Like you think of the Beatles, you think of Elvis Presley, fucking
that nigga a thief.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Like all these dudes, right? So it's like it's crazy that hip hop is so new that the oldest dudes we got are like in their 60s. I'm not mentioning KRS. I'm not mentioning Grandmaster Flash. I'm not mentioning Rakim and shit like that. But these dudes is still young. So it's funny that like, when you see like an old group like come together for like a halftime show or whatever, you're like, look at these old fucks. They're like in their 70s, 80s, decrepit, mad wrinkled, and everybody looked good for the most part.
Well, John brought it to my attention that even though hip hop is running the culture, this was the first time hip hop
simultaneously, in sync with sports in general, like hip hop. It's insane.
But this is the first year that hip hop has led the Super Bowl, like
headline.
Exactly.
Headline.
And leading up, there was no like controversy up until, and again, I feel like we do have to talk about it. But M took a knee during it, and obviously everyone's taking it to like another level where it's like, listen, NFL. He allegedly asked.
He allegedly asked. They told him no, and he did it anyway. That's what the story is.
Yeah. And again, like,
and the NFL came out and said that they seen the rehearsals, they watched it, whatever happened was allowed. I don't believe the NFL when it comes to this.
Yeah, of course not, because he just did it anyway. But Eminem's a little like you're a little bit behind the times, like just a little bit, just a little. You know what I mean?
It's like, a little late. It's a little late.
It's a little late for that. It's a lot of late for that. Once Cap signed that Netflix deal and made that Corny show, dope
gesture. I just still think it was a good gesture.
Sure. But it just, I mean, honestly, when he did it, I didn't even know. I just thought he was just transitioning into the next song.
When he did it, I noticed it. I'm not gonna lie.
Did your mind immediately go to Cap, or did you just go, "The fuck is M doing?"
No. When he took the knee, I was like,
you noticed. All right, so you're one of like what, 10 people that probably noticed?
I noticed, but I know a lot of people didn't notice that.
Probably not.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't
think
that's what he was doing.
Come out.
I wrote on Twitter, and a lot of people that know me didn't notice he was doing. They thought it was like a break between the next transition.
I would say that, but all the ones who's against Colin Kaepernick definitely noticed that.
Yeah.
But but I'm just saying, like the casual fan, like
I also mentioned
when it was crazy for like to take a knee way, it was all in our face. Like when he did it now, it didn't automatically catch and register to like everybody.
I'm not saying it was special, but it did register to me. I was like, oh, he took the knee.
I knew exactly what he was doing.
Yeah. But we're washed, and that shit was cool. I'm sure a lot of white people got upset that Snoop was. Oh, also, shouts to Snoop that everybody. You notice everybody was wearing black and white, right? And Snoop was like, "Fuck that, cut." That
Pornhub was hitting. You took a nice long break. That Pornhub was hitting.
Nah, he got exhausted with your brother.
All right, man. That's the Super Bowl. Let's move on, man. NBA All-Star Weekend is upon us.
Oh yeah, I was talking about the pass interference.
Oh, so okay. Before we leave, TD review. All right, so let's talk about it. We had a conversation in regards to how the NFL should handle TDs, and they supposed to be. The rule is they review every touchdown.
Every touchdown, correct.
Now, generally, they review to see if it is a touchdown, not to see what led to the touchdown, not to see if we're going to make a penalty or change a play due to a penalty that we missed when it comes to TD reviews. Cap believes that a part of the reviewing process is they should be checking for any penalties that might have led to the TD, and then if that in case happened, then you bring back the TD. That be a part of the review. Am I quoting that right, Cap?
Somewhat. I think that if they review the TD and it's something, what's the word that they always use? Blatant or definitive that affected the play. Like Jalen Ramsey literally getting face mask.
Yep.
And thrown to the ground. And then T. Higgins gets the wide open touchdown.
What I'll say, quick thing. To your point, Cap, obviously you want that to be a rule, but the original rule was you could challenge. You was able to challenge, and if through the challenge, you could get a pass interference call. but that rule was implemented for like 3 years. It wasn't that long because they felt like it slowed the game down. People were challenging calls that should have been made, and they would review it. But if that rule was implemented, and McVay would have challenged, he definitely would have won, and they would have definitely called it, and it would not have been a TD. But that rule,
and there's nobody that's in this call that is disagreeing with that.
No. We all agree with that.
That was blatant.
We all agree it was blatant, and that if they reviewed it, it would have been a return.
Now, the only thing with that, Cap,
and my rebuttal.
Go ahead, Ed, you got it.
And my rebuttal was, that's cool. I agree with you. It was clearly blatant. But if we legitimately looked at if we looked for penalties on every fucking play, and again, the example I used,
No,
the example I used, you didn't love.
I understand what Ed's saying. It's usually calls on every play.
On every touchdown. I apologize.
But Cap's point is Cap's point is on an isolated play like that. When it's blatant, it should be reviewed. Obviously, on the line, there's holding calls, but it gets missed. It happens.
Right.
That's open field 1-on-1. You can't really miss that. You
but
gotta see.
We watch a lot of replays, and you can see a lot of guards.
But that's what I'm saying. And that was my example. There's been plenty of times where I've seen blatant holds by guards, and the defense go
Derrick Henry's big
defense
runs.
go like this, and that hold opens up the hole for the running back to get the
or
team.
It could open up the lane.
So now what you do is you open this Pandora's box of what is blatant, and then now it becomes we're challenging everything because it ain't technically a challenge. But now, whereas the coach might saw or somebody on the side might have saw what they deem a blatant hold, a blatant penalty, or something that affected the game. Now they're gonna have to check.
Okay, hold on.
Go check this.
Hold on, let me make this point.
Go.
The difference is, this to me is the equivalent of a clear path foul in basketball. Once Jalen Ramsey gets the face mask and throws down, who is behind them at that point in the field? Nobody. It's open field. Yes, there is times where there's holds and it might open up something in the line for a running back to get, but there's still half the team to get past. This is a blatant situation. I'm not saying to review.
But how often do we have these cases though for it to be like?
And that's my point. It ain't even gonna be that that often. It's just this specific play.
Right.
There's nobody that watches football that knows anything about football that will say, "Oh, that's okay. That was legal."
No. And while we again, because my whole point is that I fully agree with you, but these NFL coaches are really fucking smart. Like you think of Bill Belichick, Mike Tomlin, Andy Reid. Time out. Hold on. I'll let you go.
Hold on, because I get what you're about to say. The point is, if you throw that right and it's not as blatant as that, you lose the timeout.
No, of course. I think you should lose 2 timeouts on a challenge of a penalty.
Okay, and that's what I'm saying.
But my point is that after a certain point, they'll figure out a way to where they'll be like, hey, like I want you to look. I'm not saying like a Zach Taylor, first-year coach, making it to the Super Bowl. I'm not gonna say like a Robert Saleh. I'm saying these veteran coaches that have been seeing this for a long time will find a way to.
Listen. I never said the coaches should have challenged it. What did I say?
You said the booth. You said the booth for sure.
I said you got all these people that supposedly watch every review in New York. When a referee fucked up, they should have said, no, that touchdown needs to be under review.
Right.
And
which Cap though will still open up a can of worms.
No.
Because no. I'm saying we'll still open. Let's say that they looked at the booth review, right? And they're like, the booth was like, and I'm sure they saw it. They were like, oh shit, Jalen got fucked up. And they turned around to Mike Perica or Roger Goodell or whoever the fuck, the ends all be all of the NFL. They turned, they're like, yo, should we tell should we call down to the booth and tell them to look at it and play it on the Megatron and watch have the fans boo and all this other nonsense? All that does is start a controversy going into the future seasons. to where
No,
now
it does not.
I'm not no. It's where the point where every team will look for every scoring play, and they're not looking for what happened on the play, or like, was there a hold here? Was there a pass interference there? Was there a tug of the jersey? Whatever it was there a holding? Like, was there anything? Every fan all I'm saying is that every fan will start looking for something to why their team just gave up a touchdown.
No,
there's no way he got up.
Once again,
I understand what you're saying.
No, once again,
but
you're trying to
bro,
make
if they start playing the replay, like you've gotten the games, the second you play a replay, fans go, boo.
All right, hold on. Everybody, listen, everybody that's in here, I get what Ed is trying to say.
Yeah.
Name another time we've seen something this blatant before.
The Rams against the Saints.
I just said we
Saints.
Which one?
With the hit.
Oh, no, Dad, what you just was about to say.
I told you this don't happen often.
It don't happen.
It hardly does. Yeah.
And that's my point.
I understand that it barely happens, but I'm telling you, once the NFL implements a rule where they're like all touchdowns,
it's gonna be levels to shit.
Right.
Like,
it'll be the fans like nitpicking. It turns into tic-tac. It turns into Cap, I agree with you. I really agree with you that it doesn't happen often, but every fan will look to that.
Who gives a fuck about what the fan? I'm talking about,
bro, because it turns into a hot topic on ESPN. It turns into a hot topic on Twitter.
This stops the referees from missing big calls like this. I'm not talking about a guy grabbing a towel and the person. This shit was. He literally blatantly threw him to the ground. And
I understand that. Decap, I fully get you.
Let's close this up.
Every fan will make it something else.
Go ahead, Cap. Close us up.
And like I was saying before, same example with Cooper Kupp against the linebacker. In that position, I don't think the linebacker held. Yes, he did grab his shirt, but he let it go, and he was able to turn his whole entire body around and slap.
And the left guard and the left tackle were offsides, or false started. But
no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about
it was the same play.
I'm talking about when the Bengals the linebacker knocked the ball down on Cooper Kupp. That to me, that wasn't pass interference.
Nor did they call that play throughout the entire game. They've been letting them play.
They was letting them play like that.
Right. And then they just started letting the flags loose.
And that's a perfect
that shit. It won me some money.
Whatever John say. My whole thing was, if you can review every touchdown, if it's a blatant missed call, then they should be able to turn it back. And then you know what happens?
I agree with you.
You keep saying that Aaron Donald was offsides, which I don't agree with. It's just that one camera. One camera angle. I showed you 3 videos where he does not look offside.
Yeah, that's from the other angle, and I showed you the angle that I looked at.
You remember when I can't even say, I don't know if I can say that on YouTube, but
no, go ahead, say it.
So Johnny, when you used to send dick pics to girls, right? If you hold the camera a certain way, your shit looks bigger, don't it?
Right.
All right, that's my point.
No, but his helmet was clearly offside.
Wait, I got you, Cat.
Hold on, but then if you send a video of your dick, you can't really change too much about it.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
I can though. I know how to work Photoshop, so I can do it.
Yeah, but quick thing before, the only thing I could say is on the shot that Ed had, you could. I
just sent you a video. Everybody look at the video. Look at the video.
No, but quick thing, you can line up off sides, but before the ball.
You get back, yeah.
Okay,
right.
All right, great. Look at the video.
And look at the picture that Eddie sent. Look at the running back. He's in motion to go on the other side of Joe Burrow. The picture where you could clearly see that it looks like Aaron Donald's helmet is over the ball. The running back is running to the other side still. You can see him in motion.
Yeah. Okay.
If y'all look at the video. He didn't move back. He's in
the same spot.
But did you send the video that I sent to you?
I just sent it. I didn't get a video that you sent me. You didn't send me no video. I have our conversation right here. You didn't send me no video. I sent you a video, and did you watch that video?
Yes, but I sent you. Oh no, I didn't.
Yo, I want to close up the NFL so we can get to guess who. This is gonna be a long episode. So this might be a 3-hour episode, but
we'll just cut it up. Just cut it up a lot.
No, fuck that.
Nah,
shit.
I gotta keep
Podcast-
it. It was good. It was
that's
good
what podcasts
conversation.
are.
It was good conversation. Y'all niggas don't be watching it anyway, so
I watch it all the time.
Anywho, we be having like 2 views, and I know I've been watching it from 2 different accounts. But so we gonna move on to
Damn, how do I timestamp something?
time stop it how?
Just send the video.
Yeah, all right. So I'm gonna tell y'all.
I
exactly
can
what
break
it
down
is.
video. I can break down film. That's like one thing I'm really, really good at.
So
go
while
ahead,
Cap
Jasper.
send that video, we gonna move on to Guess Who NBA All-Star Weekend version. Like always, I give you guys clues. You guess the NBA athlete All-Star that I'm speaking about. Again, this is All-Star Weekend, so it could be anybody that's participating in All-Star Weekend. Remember that.
This weekend.
This is the this weekend.
No, I'm talking about this year or
no
Yeah,
pass.
current.
Yeah, current, Drew. Only current.
Okay.
No pass. We're gonna only do current because I want to get through this shit. All right. Now, Drew, you gonna kick us off. We're gonna go
First
from
to 3
Drew.
points wins, right? First to 3 points wins.
No, first is 3 rounds. Best of 3. So best of 3. And if it's a tie after 3, then we'll go. I have additionals to break the tie.
First to
So-
2 points then. Yeah, first to 2
So,
points. not
right.
3, First to 2.
First to 2. Right, exactly. So we go Drew.
Hold on.
Yes.
Is you giving hints and we got to pick the person from the
So-
All-Star Weekend?
So it's all NBA All-Star Weekend. I'm gonna give you a clue. I'll start you off with a clue. You ask me a question based on that clue, and then you get a guess.
Okay, but it's only All-Star players that's playing.
So it's people. It's only players participating in All-Star Weekend.
Okay.
It could be dunk contest. It could be the game. It could be skills challenge. They participating in All-Star Weekend.
Okay.
All right. So first
Okay.
up is going Drew, Cap, John, Ed. And then we'll rotate Cap, John, Ed, Drew like that. All right. So Drew, first clue is Drake. That's your first clue. Drake.
Does they play for the Toronto Raptors?
No.
Let me give it a clue. Okay. That would be too easy.
He gets to ask one more question.
No, he gets the guess. He get a guess.
Guess
I
now.
guess.
Is mulligans in this or no?
No, there's no mulligans in this.
Oh, so you got to guess.
Damn.
10 seconds, Drew.
Okay. DeMar DeRozan.
Drew got a point. Drew with
There
DeMar
we
DeRozan
go.
is correct. Yes.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? I swear up and down, I thought I had that shit right. I was gonna say Andrew Wiggins because I was thinking a Canadian and a Canadian.
That would have been a clue,
Drake being the ambassador for the Toronto Raptors. Once he said, does he play for the Raptors? He don't, but he did.
Yeah.
That was a
DeMar
good guess.
DeRozan.
That was a
Yeah, that was a
really,
great
really
guess.
good guess, Drew.
I was gonna go Steph Curry because I only have a tattoo of Steph Curry.
I don't know.
He does.
Yeah.
He got a tattoo
He
on his
actually
body of
does
Steph
that.
Curry.
Yeah,
He be having random soft tattoos on him.
Nah. He had his number on him. He had the KD
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
30
the
and
30.
It's the same
35
shit,
on him.
bro.
But the other clues would have been Tim Duncan because he played in San Antonio. And the last one was Derrick Rose, Chicago.
That's what
Easy.
now.
All right.
Okay.
Cat.
I don't really like
It's
how
on
you
you.
play this game.
Clue 1 is a little harder. Kylie Jenner is your first clue.
Oh, come on, bro.
Oh, okay.
Oh, come on, bro.
That's easy.
Come on, bro.
Not easy because you're confusing her with the other sister.
Come
I was
on,
gonna
bruh.
say I don't know if he dates Kylie or Kendall. Kylie, the one that's with Travis Scott, or that's the other one?
Kylie's with
Oh.
Travis Scott.
Yeah, Kylie was Travis.
Come on.
You
bruh.
mixing them up, Drew.
Yeah,
No,
Kylie
Kendall-
with Travis. Kendall.
No. I know.
Oh,
I know
okay,
who
Cap. So
Kendall
your
is
first
with.
clue is Kylie Jenner. Ask me a question.
And it's not even. Well,
Hold on, can I ask you to give me another clue?
no, that's
You can't
that's the
ask
first
me to
clue.
give you another clue.
You
You,
can
gotta
ask him a
ask me a
question.
question
You
based
gotta
on
ask
the
a
clue.
question that that's gonna help you out.
Come on, bro.
Come on, make it back to me.
Damn. Did they date a Kardashian?
No.
Ooh.
Well, that's a loose term because The Jenners
Did they have interactions with a Kardashian?
No, they didn't. They didn't have sexual contact with Kardashian. No, they didn't.
The Kardashian / Jenners or the Kardashian
/ Jenners.
Did they have anything to
The
do with
Kardashian Jenners?
Okay. We need that cleared up because you can play a loophole with that.
I'm saying they all this one Kardashian family. Whether they're Jenner or not, they all a part of the Kardashians to me.
That's true though. That's but Cal, you're gonna have to guess your player. You ask like 6 questions. Right. You gotta guess your player.
Karl Anthony Towns.
Correct.
That was a good one.
Jordan Woods?
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good guy.
Exactly. Jordan Woods is the connection. He's dating Jordan Woods. Yes, Cap. What a point. Damn, Cap. I didn't even think y'all niggas would get that.
That's crazy. That's 1 for 1 on first guesses. Shit not getting passed around. What the fuck is going on?
Because look, all I'm saying is my wife is obsessed with the Kardashians, and I had that answer a long time ago.
Again, no, because when he first said Kylie, everybody in here thought Devin Booker.
No, that's Kendall. Come on, son.
No, I think Drew. I thought Drew thought
because he said Kendall. That I thought it's Devin Booker.
No, that's why I told Drew to that you're getting the sisters confused. I didn't have an answer.
You think I don't know who Jordan Woods is, dog?
It's the same type of connection.
I don't know.
The sister to the person or the friend to the person.
Well, Kendall Jenner slept with the sister's boyfriend Tristan. And now she's dating Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, but that's the reason why I asked, did they have interactions? Because that's why I was thinking Devin Booker.
But that's why I said no, because she's not a Kardashian.
Yeah.
Nah, she's
she's a friend.
So
she's
Travis Barker.
Yeah, Cal doesn't have no interactions with them either.
And Karl Anthony Towns had nothing to do with the Kardashian. But good shit, Cap. The other clues were a little off. Clue 2 was Joe Exotic.
That's all.
Big Cat.
Where did that came from?
Oh, Big Cat. Okay.
Big Cat.
Oh, okay.
Big Cat. Yeah. Last one would have been Kevin Garnett.
That's easy.
Minnesota.
Yeah, that's the Seawolves.
Yeah, that would have been easy.
Yo, okay. I'm so glad I didn't say what I was going to say out loud because this show might have got kicked off YouTube.
Just say it anyway, man. Ain't nobody listening.
All right, John. You're on the clock, bro.
I'm about to fuck up the street.
Okay, so clue 1 is PJ Tucker.
I'm gonna be so bad at this, dog.
Is this player part of the Jordan brand?
No.
PJ motherfucking Tucker, but
look at the group chat.
I'm gonna just take a good old guess. I'm gonna fuck up the street, guys, but here I go. Devin Booker.
No, it is not Devin Booker. Eddie, you on the clock. PJ Tucker is your first clue.
Yeah, I know. That's I'm so glad I didn't say that.
Yeah. PJ Tucker's my first clue.
That's wild.
That is wild. And the crazy thing is, I almost made that a clue.
So see,
I almost made that a clue, but I knew that would be too obvious because of that situation. So yeah, that's why I didn't do it.
Is this person on Team LeBron?
You cheating? You got everybody names posted up? Yo, turn that shit off. You cheating?
My hands are up.
You looking at the fucking list of the players on the
All-Star? This is the person on Team LeBron. Period.
No.
Kevin Durant.
How you get that, bro?
I just said
he's
either
looking at
Kevin Durant, Team LeBron, or Kevin Durant. Team LeBron,
he's
Team
fucking
Durant.
cheating. The whole shit.
I'm not cheating. I was gonna guess either Team LeBron or Team Durant. Son, you want to see what's on my screen?
Players.
I'm gonna show you what's on my screen right here. What's on my screen?
Okay,
the list of players.
What made you guess Kevin Durant though?
It's Team LeBron or Team Durant.
Right.
I was gonna guess LeBron or Durant. If you would have said no, I would have said LeBron. If you would have said
he's
yes, I would have said
Durant.
We all
know the whole shit.
I got the point. Fucking.
What do you want me to say? I was gonna guess Team Durant or Team LeBron.
So you ain't no Durant mom and PJ Tucker had that whole incident?
Nope, I have no fucking clue.
I'm not really a basketball guy, so he probably didn't know.
Yeah, that's literally all I was gonna say.
That is true, but PJ Tucker and Kevin Durant both played at Texas. The next clue was gonna be Jason Kidd because they playing at the Nets. Jay-Z, Brooklyn Nets, boom, boom, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, one of them motherfuckers. And Ed, you actually lead in this round because although you got the point, John led the last round, so you are leading. So if you get it right, you are the winner for
sick. I'm gonna guess again.
Just guess who. All right, so clue 1 is Michael Jordan.
Dang.
How he leading though? If me and Drew got ours right.
No,
if he get this,
Drew started off the first one, Cappy started off the second one, and y'all both got your first guess correct. I started last round and I didn't get it correct. This is
got it right.
Started, but Ed got the point for my round.
Yeah,
right.
So I can close it out here. It's a snake. It's a snake. I can close it out on the snake. I'm gonna get it wrong, so I don't know why you like depressed about it.
I'm confused.
Does this person play on the Bulls?
Okay.
No.
See, because my guess was gonna be Zach LaVine, and now it's not. So I'm gonna
for this one.
Say I don't even know who's in the fucking All-Star game. Hold on, because I know you, and this is only because I know you. Michael Jordan owns the Charlotte Bobcats.
Hornets.
Ain't no Bobcats in the team.
Whatever the fuck they are. Hornets. You are a dick eater and love LaMelo Ball.
Yo,
so I'm just gonna guess LaMelo Ball.
Nah, this is a layup, man. We got to keep going.
That's correct, Ed. That's correct.
Let's go.
You know what's crazy? As soon as Dev said Michael Jordan, I knew it was LaMelo Ball. And I know Dev's second clue was going to be, well, that would have been easier. So it's not the second clue thing. Because the first thing, I didn't even think about Jordan owning the Hornets. The first thing I thought with Michael Jordan is LeVar talking this shit. So I thought the ball connection. I was like, yeah, he's talking about LaMelo. It's easy LaMelo pick. I didn't even think about Jordan owning the Hornets. My mind went to LeVar Ball.
Yeah, I didn't think about his son is going to be better than everybody. My first guess was going to be like
Jordan one-on-one. That's the first thing that went to my mind.
It was the Hornets, Michael Jordan owning the Hornets. I didn't think about LeVar at all.
I didn't think about LeVar at all.
The next clue would have been Grandmama.
All right, so I didn't win. I didn't win. I didn't win. I guess.
Okay, so fuck it. Moving on. You won.
Okay. We'll do one more. Ed, start with
do one more round. I'm out.
Do one more. No, we're gonna start with you, Ed. We're gonna do one more. All right. Clue 1, James Harden.
Did this person play with James Harden?
Yes.
Kyrie Irving.
Wrong.
Okay. See, that's how I guess. For you thinking I'm cheating.
Did he play in Houston?
Yes.
Chris Paul.
And Drew got the point. That is right.
Dang,
Chris
so
Paul.
Drew wins.
Yo, y'all been looking at the players too, because
I'm not looking at no players right now.
All right, good guess who, Ed. Congrats, Drew. Congrats. Let's move on. When you hear this, let's end this episode. Bold prediction for the week. Drew, kick us off with your bold prediction.
Chris Paul's winning the All-Star MVP. Kobe Bryant MVP.
Okay.
Chris Paul.
Well, go ahead. All right.
CP3 is playing. All right, Cap, give us your bold prediction. I had a similar prediction. I'll just go. I had Ja Morant being the All-Star game MVP. Cap.
I was gonna say something about Ja Morant, but I'm gonna go with Desmond Bain beating Luke Kennard in the last round, 3-point championship.
Okay. So Luke Kennard, Desmond Bain, championship with Desmond Bain win. Got it. John.
Quick thing. How's the scoring go in the All-Star game?
It's first to 75. Or it's first to 100 something.
It's first to 100. Then the fourth quarter is like that's where they fucking it's first to 100. Then they do another quarter and to 21, I think. They do another quarter to like a specific number.
I'm not sure, John. Drew not
My
either.
bold prediction was gonna be this year's All-Star game will go down to the wire. We'll get a walk-off game-winning 3 to end the All-Star game. Walk-off game.
I mean, you could still do that.
Yeah, but if the scoring doesn't, I'm trying to say doesn't show, it'll be a fucked up pick. But that was my pick. Fuck it. We don't got scoring at the moment, so I'm gonna go with the walk-off. Game-winning 3 to end All-Star Weekend and the festivities. Walk-off, game-winning 3.
All right, Ed.
30 points for Jack Harlow. And who's the shortest dude in the slam dunk contest?
Cole Anthony.
Cole Anthony wins the slam dunk contest.
I thought you were gonna say some Myles Garrett shit.
Oh, Myles Garrett gets a poster. 2.
Okay.
3-way.
Got it.
Myles Garrett. Yeah.
Got a whole parlay
on Jack
going.
Harlow.
All right.
I'm Machine Gun Kelly.
All right.
Oh, I would love that. I would love Myles Garrett to dunk on Machine Gun Kelly.
And bust his lip while you do it. But that is our episode,
Put his nuts in his mouth.
Episode 44.
I got another bold prediction.
Season 2.
Kanye West runs down on Pete Davidson at the
Skeet.
All-Star game.
Skeet Davidson.
Skeet Davidson.
Yo, hey, hold on. I got it. I already got my thumbnail.
I got my thumbnail.
Listen, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Catch us next week. And like always,
we out.
Love, you claim me the illest. You don't believe in yourself to forget it. You gotta put yourself up in position. Ice skating on thin ice, and my ice skates been in the kitchen. How can you tell me to pick a religion? I'm 24 and I'm broke as a bitch, but I'm a millionaire rich in the spirit. Yeah, hoping you get my plight. 24 hours in a day. Goofy ass niggas might die by night. Staying